This broadcast is produced and distributed independently by Jacket Nation Sports. Jacket Nation Sports is not affiliated with, endorsed by, or sponsored by Lebanon R3 Schools. The announcers of this broadcast are employees of Jacket Nation Sports and are not representatives of Lebanon R3 Schools. The views and opinions expressed by this broadcast do not necessarily reflect those of Lebanon R3 Schools or its staff. Every game looks different.
One play at a time, together.
Through the athlete, the coach,
Play hard, but you gotta be smart.
and the moments you might never see. Not just highlights, perspective. This is Jacket Nation Sports. Jacket Talk for 26-27. It is brought to you by National TV Sales and Rental, by Heritage Bank of the Ozarks in Lebanon, Plato, and Camdenton, and by Mercy. Kevin Stubblefield in the Jacket Nation studios as we have the chance to visit with the veteran Yellow Jacket head coach Will Christian going into his 22nd season. His first win of 27 will give him 150 as the head coach of the Yellow Jackets. Fired up, ready to go, Coach?
Fired up, ready to go. Veteran, Kevin, usually means old. So,
Experienced, wise.
Experienced and wise. Why, that would be, I don't hear that word wise very much, but I appreciate your compliment. Very excited. This journey is always fun. In the high school level, every year it's a new clay piece that we are trying to model into a beautiful piece of pottery, and it's got its challenges, and then it's also got it's fun. But ultimately, most important always is the fact that piece of pottery are kids, and that we get an opportunity to mold and help benefit and change them for a lifetime. And really pumped about our group, and very grateful for our staff and their hard work and the excellence that they bring every day, and looking forward to 2026.
A lot of guys on that coaching staff and a lot of holdovers. They're back with you, and that's a big advantage, isn't it?
It is. Continuity is gigantic, and their commitment to our school. And they're talented. We got several guys that could be head coaches in other schools. Some of them were recruited this offseason and decided to stay. And I think it says a lot, not only about them, but it says a lot about this community and the fact that this is where they want to be. And they're what make it go. I'm just the crusty guy that tries to keep the ship going in the right direction, and those guys are the guys that are getting it done and are very talented at their jobs.
Well, you've got the final say on things as the head coach, but you rely on these gentlemen really to kind of set the course and really associate with the student athletes, and really they're a guiding force in the whole scheme of things.
They do a tremendous job.
Well, let's talk about numbers. Where are we at as far as the total Yellow Jackets this year?
Yeah, our numbers are very healthy. Our roster reads 99 right now. Anytime we're near that 100 mark, I feel like that's very healthy numbers, especially if you analyze and look at schools our size in the state. We're definitely on the upper end of having healthy numbers. So that's a positive. We've got a decent balance amongst our classes. I think we have a decent balance with, the numbers that will be with our three teams. We have three teams. There are a lot of our competition in the area that are not able to field three teams. So we feel very good about that. It's a year-round thing. It's a battle. And so we feel very good about where we're at. Certainly, with all transparency, we're always wanting it to grow, Kevin. There are programs out there that have 130. So we definitely are not the top of the list, but our numbers are healthy.
Knocking on 100, I think that's higher than it has been here recently, isn't it?
Well, we had 108 last year at this interview time frame, so we had an increase. Last year, I was really pumped. The 2 years before that, though, Kevin, we were in the upper 80s, and I was stressing because when you start to get into that 80 range, it starts to get nerve-wracking. When you get in the 70s, you're starting to look at maybe not having 3 teams. And so the direction, I was worried, but it definitely has popped back the other way. A lot of folks to credit with that start with our youth program. Tremendous youth numbers. Jason Starnes, our youth director, and all of our coaches in the youth program. We're over 250 this year. We were over 250 last year. And then our junior high program. Zach Tucker, in his 22nd year, is our head junior high coach. And those guys do an unbelievable job down there of really the number one goal, which is getting them to continue to play.
At Mercy Hospital Lebanon, caring for our community goes beyond the walls of the hospital because the people who care for you are a part of this community also. They're your friends, your neighbors, the people you see at the game, at community events, and around town. We live here, we work here, and we're proud to care for the place we call home. Mercy Hospital Lebanon, care that's close to home from people who call it home too.
Have you ever wondered what your money can do after you deposit it? It helps families buy homes. It helps businesses expand. It helps farms grow. It helps our neighbors succeed. Because when you bank with Heritage Bank of the Ozarks,
you help strengthen the communities we all call home. That's how neighbors serve neighbors.
For 40 years, national TV sales and rental is called Lebanon Home. What started here in 1986 has grown across Missouri, but one thing hasn't changed: our commitment to the communities we serve. We believe in showing up, supporting local families, local athletes, and the programs that bring us together. Because for us, community has always been bigger than business. National TV sales and rental, proudly supporting our hometown for 40 years. The difference in the makeup, of course, every team changes from year to year, but this year, not as many seniors as last year when you had 23.
Yeah, definitely fewer seniors. A group, though, that grew a little bit. We've added a couple. And so we're sitting right now at 13 seniors. And they're the biggest thing about them, even though 13 is not a huge number and really not our goal number. But yet the leadership within those 13 is really good. So I think that they're going to do a fantastic job for us and give us direction that we need to be successful.
That means you're going to rely heavily on a junior class this year, right?
Junior class is larger. We also will have some sophomores that will contribute too. So I think both of those two classes have some key contributors. And that's often normally the case. I mean, rarely do you have situations where you have, 22 starting seniors. That would be my goal. If you were to give me a contract every year, Kevin, and it said Kevin Stubblefield on top, and I got to sign 22 starting seniors, I'd sign it every year. But that rarely is the case. And as we navigate the depth chart, and that is an ongoing thing from almost when we end the season before through all the way to the end of the next season, we are constantly evolving that depth chart. Inevitably, there's some of the younger players that end up surfacing as the best guy at spots.
Yeah. Seniors, they always get the advantage just due to longevity and experience and talent. Doesn't necessarily mean those below that senior class aren't ready to play good football, though.
Without question. Nobody's owed anything, and including me. And so everything has to be earned. That's our motto this year, is earned. And our seniors, they are given the benefit of the doubt and an opportunity. We want a kid that's been in our program for a long time to have a shot at having a spot. But if they get beat out, then it's just the way it is. And there's no hard feelings. We still love them. They're still a part of our family. They still likely will have some kind of role. But when we cross the lines on Friday night, we've got to send out the best product that we can. And I always say this on your show, and I mean this with all sincerity, that us as coaches, we don't always get it right, which is why we're constantly evaluating it. Film, practice film, constantly evaluating it so that we can continue to move the puzzle pieces around to get it right.
You're always challenging your group to the best of their ability, make all the sessions during the summer. And I know on the band app where you communicate with the players and the parents and the supporters, you had a list of young men this year that were out there fairly consistently, and that's big getting ready for a season, isn't it?
I mean, it's huge. Commitment is huge. You reap what you sow, Kevin. And those guys that had 100% attendance, they're going to have great seasons in whatever role it is. Some of them are younger, and younger might mean not ready for Friday nights, but yet whatever role they are or whatever team they're on, they're going to be prepared. And then the guys that were committed at least 75%, we had 31 total days, so everybody can do their own math. Those guys also are going to be prepared. Commitment is important. And it's an area, Kevin, that as a program, we're trying to grow and get better. We're not perfect at that. I wish that I could tell you and your listeners that we had 100% of 100% commitment, but we don't. But we're working to do that. That falls on me. That's my responsibility. And we're not there, and we're going to keep traveling that road till we get there.
Well, that's always a key in building the culture that you want to have within your program, isn't it?
It is, and it's life lessons. We go back to that. What kids learn, and soon enough us adults learn, is that things that maybe I'm not as committed to as I need to be, or I don't invest in enough, or I don't sow enough, then I'm not going to reap my full harvest. I'm not going to reach my ceiling. Our goal in the football program is to reach the ceiling, and the ceiling is different for every team in every situation, but we want to reach the ceiling, and part of reaching it happens way before 7:00 on a Friday night.
Team camp at Pittsburgh State, how'd that go this year?
Yeah, really good. I love team camp. It's our spring ball. It's great for bonding. I will be really sad someday when those are eliminated. We're in a day and age where, with liabilities and concerns with different things, I worry that it'll only be, you drive on a school bus and go and play some football and then drive back home. I love the kids having to be in a dorm. For some of those kids, it's their first time in a dorm. For some of them, maybe it'll be the only time they do that. I love the grind where they have to do football all day and be challenged mentally and physically. All those things I think are beautiful. And I think our kids love it. I mean, if you were to ask any of the Yellowjackets that have been in our program the last 22 years, all of them will have memories of team camp. And so I think it's a great thing from the standpoint of our coaching staff. It's vital because it is really our first true evaluation with pads on of our new depth chart and the schematic approach that we currently have planned. And so we can take all that film and we really can then make a really solid evaluation of the depth chart going into our July camp. And we can look at what we're doing schematically. Is it a good fit with this new team, with that new piece of pottery? Is it the right thing that we're doing? Do we need to tweak it? I've always believed here that our battle as coaches is to put circle pegs in circle holes, not force things that don't work. That's the reason that we've changed over the years. And so that's part of the goal with team camp. And I thought it went just as planned. And, thank God we stayed healthy, because that's always your concern when you're practicing football, is the health part. And we were able to stay healthy too.
For many years, you went to Maryville at Northwest Missouri State for team camp. You liked the caliber of competition you saw there. Has that been the case also at Pittsburgh State as far as the opposing teams?
No doubt. It's still elite competition. It's all large schools. At Pitt, we see Kansas City teams, Kansas teams, Oklahoma, Arkansas. We played Bentonville West. No doubt that we got plenty of high quality looks. But the beautiful part about that is with our league, we need that. We need to see that level of competition because we play that competition constantly in the conference that we play in right now.
Flexbone is still your base offense. You got Beckett York as your trigger man, so it's always comfort having an experienced senior quarterback back under center.
Without question, and Beckett is a tremendous leader. He's a competitor. He's a gamer. He's a winner. He's very confident. He understands our system. I talked about this a million times on your show. People don't understand the complexity of running the option. Oftentimes, people look at, the offenses that are run on Sundays and Saturdays, and I'm sure not very many are watching the Naval Academy and Army and Harding, the colleges that run Flexbone. But the complexity, especially at the quarterback position, is very challenging. I will argue that in being a quarterback coach in the spread, I would argue that Flexbone quarterback is more difficult than being a spread quarterback. The skill set is different, but the challenges and how quickly you have to read things, your pre and post snap evaluations, it's challenging. And we've got a veteran there, and Beckett is going to have a tremendous year.
Well, young man with a future in baseball. He's going to Mizzou, and he could have spent the fall still plying his trade in that activity, but he elected to come back to your football team. So I think that speaks volumes, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It just tells you, number one, how much he loves his brothers and his town and his coaches. And he wants to be a part of it. I mean, and I've mentioned this and being a part of that is different. And I'm pumped for Beckett because I know he won't regret it. And I'll also say that if you analyze the college baseball player and you look at all the rosters and you look at the multi-sport athletes, Beckett isn't the only NCAA Division I college baseball player that's playing other sports. And so I think Beckett's making the right decision, and I have no doubt he won't regret it no matter what.
College baseball has become a more physical game as it has evolved down through the years, and certainly the sport of football helps in that regard, I think.
I think so. I mean, if nothing else, it's the mental toughness aspect, which if you look at the sport of baseball, and I'm a fan, some would argue I don't know much about anything, but I probably don't know as much as I think I do about the sport of baseball. But the mental toughness aspect is real because you look at how much they fail. I mean, you look at, like, I'm a Cardinal fan. You look at, those guys and, some of them, they're hitting, 250. And right now in the pro game, 250, if your slugging percentage and OPS is good enough, you're pretty darn good, right? So, but 250, that's a high failure rate. And so you can't be mentally weak and fail that much. And so I think in the sport of football, there's so many things that develop mental toughness that no doubt would help in the sport of baseball.
As far as the makeup of your football team in 2026, I think speed is going to be an asset. Would you agree with that?
Oh, no doubt. If you're evaluating our strengths, that's number one. Our skill position speed is very solid on both sides of the football. We're very excited about that. I think we've got some weapons. The key is getting the ball to those guys and then getting high execution rate from all the other guys. And that's the battle that we're facing right now. And our kids are getting better every single day.
Question mark, offensive line. You had a group that signed to play college football in the MIAA last year, so they are no longer here, so their position has to be filled. So that's going to be something to watch going forward, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's something, the depth chart for us right now, when you return as few starters as we return, at this stage of the game, there's still a lot of competition battles right now for us on the depth chart. Up front right now, Gabriel Carroll is our starting center right now, who has had a really nice camp. We've got a couple of senior guys that are battling at tackle right now. Brady Jackson, his brother Eli, was a starter for us a year ago. Brady is doing a really nice job. Eichard Meiser, who is a bit undersized, but maybe one of the toughest guys you're going to run into anywhere and has tremendous feet, is playing that other tackle position. Maybe another show, Kevin, would be the differences between flex bone lines and traditional lines. So save that for your archives. And then at the guard position, we've got Austin Johnson, a junior, big guy who's battling in there, and then a sophomore, Jackson Hazelwood, and you're going to hear that name down the road as he's really battling. We've got several others that I'm not going to mention because I'm afraid I'm going to miss somebody, but those guys right now are on pencil, and they're battling to win those jobs, and we've got some others that we're also battling, and right now we're trying really hard to start 4 different guys on our defensive line. We feel like that with having a lot of inexperience, potentially some youth, that we need to be as fresh as we can and be able to execute potentially a little bit better with having more of a centralized job.
Major question mark this year. Of course, you had the luxury. Rhett Rhodes as your place kicker for a long time, but he's moved on now. So who's going to fill that spot?
Well, that's a good question. So we're having a competition battle there right now. We have Tristan Hudson, a senior, who has been part of our program for a while, is competing. Beckett York is also competing for our place kicking duties. Landon Klee, who joined our program as a wide receiver, he is also doing some kicking. And then we're also assessing Gage Starnes and a couple of others. So I don't have an answer for you there right now. I know this. We'll get it right. And week 1, you'll have your answers.
I don't know if anybody around these parts has a tougher opening couple of weeks when you talk about Republic and Carthage 1 and 2.
Yeah, and you know what our mindset's got to be is that's great. Because we number one, if our minds are right, we should be about the process of where we are and where we are trying to go, and have a big picture mindset. And not fear challenge. And so that's really what we're going to have our head wrapped around. One of the battles that I'm going to face with our kids is that when they leave our locker room and they go out, is hearing nonstop how big a challenge that is. Instead of what I want them to think, which is my job on this snap to the best of my ability, because that's all that matters. And so that's what we're going to be facing. And I will be highly disappointed if our kids aren't competitive, because I believe in them and I believe in that's what exactly we're going to do. And are we facing 2 programs that not only are they outstanding now, but have been for a while, especially Carthage? Yes. But we need to worry about us and take every bit of that to get better. Because if we do, then think about the trajectory of where that could lead us. I'll use an analogy that I'll use with our kids, but it's kind of like a lot of your listeners are bow hunters, and I'm not, by the way. But in bow hunting, in order to effectively shoot the arrow, you really got to pull it back. And then you've got to stabilize it and do all the other things that I know nothing about, right? Well, that's much the same when you're talking about the development of a team in sports. Sometimes you got to pull that thing back with some adversity a little bit in order to really shoot it with power, force, and accuracy. And so that's what we're going to use that as. and we're going to come out and do our very best. And you never know, Kevin. Things happen. And I'll tell our kids this, but a couple years ago, Republic was state runner-up, and we lost by 3. And if we don't not get an onside kick, and we don't have so many turnovers, etc., don't you feel like we could have won the ball game?
No doubt.
And each time that we've played Carthage, the ball game has been competitive. We fell short. So my expectation, our kids' expectation, our staff expectation is that we're going to do our very best and compete. We know that we're playing tremendous teams, but you know what? It isn't just week 1 and 2. It's just one after another in this league. So we're going to take it one at a time. We're going to have a great time, and we're going to get better. And I think when the dust settles come district time, that everybody's going to have to be prepared to play us. We're going to be ready to go.
Coach, look forward to it. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
That's our Jacket football preview for 2026 with Coach Will Christian here on Jacket Nation Sports, brought to you by National TV Sales and Rental, by Mercy, and by Heritage Bank of the Ozarks. Looking forward to the Yellowjackets and Republic on Friday, August 28th at 7 o'clock. Every game looks different.
One play at a time. Together.
Through the athlete, the coach,
Play hard. But you gotta be smart.
and the moments you might never see. Not just highlights, perspective. This is Jacket Nation Sports. The change of seasons in the Ozarks is always pronounced. The winter months filled with holidays, cold and sometimes snow and ice, and the anticipation of spring. When March arrives, we're always prepared for warmth, the return of green grass, the blossoms on the flowers, and leaves on the trees. For those in their youth, summer means a break from school, swimming, and vacations. It also means the countdown clock is activated for the start of high school football. The bonding of the brotherhood begins, the work in the weight room, and on the various skill sets. The coaches taking stock of who takes part and who shows signs of emerging to challenge for positions, while weighing their depth chart decisions around dedication, team camp performances, and growth as a person, a teammate, a leader, and a student athlete. Once the calendar turns to August, reality sets in. It's go time. The approaching Central Ozark Conference grind, where each Friday presents its own unique challenges, with hopes of going 1-0, then putting that 2.5 hours behind, only to be presented with another obstacle in the quest to be one of the special groups engaged in mapping a road to St. Joseph and the Show Me Bowl as a Christmas time objective. But before that, it's endless reps in the oppressive heat, where iron sharpens iron, and one's will is measured in a relentless pursuit to prevail and experience the feeling of individual success leading to team triumph. This is high school football in the state of Missouri, the Central Ozark Conference, and in Lebanon, Missouri, where the Yellowjackets' first assignment is tonight. The Republic Tigers have entered the black hole, and game time is nearing closer and closer on Jacket Nation Sports.
Well, actually, literally
Night lights to shine, and they will. Revealing a Southwest Missouri battle on the gridiron, the Republic Tigers have ventured north from Greene County, and they will take on the Lebanon Yellowjackets. Along with Dave Millsap, yes, the partnership has been renewed for at least another few months. I'm Kevin Stubblefield, Jacket Nation Sports, thrilled to start another year of coverage, and it begins the countdown to more conference realignment in this area of schools. Large conglomerate of high school football. But first, Dave, it's a COC opener for the Jackets and the Tigers.
You know, I got goosebumps, and it's 85 degrees when I heard you over the PA. As you said, it's Friday night football in Lebanon. There's nothing quite like a Friday night in Lebanon for high school football, and I'm excited about this season, being back in the booth with you on Jacket Nation. This should be an interesting contest between two teams, and I won't say they're rebuilding, but they're certainly reloading.
They're undergoing some similar issues coming in tonight with a lot of seniors graduated from last year, a lot of outstanding players, and that makes the way for the sophomore and the junior class to make their mark. The Jackets in their third and final year in the Central Ozark Conference, and they've held serve the first two go-arounds, compiling a 10-8 overall record in both 2024 and 25. The schedule has been front-loaded with first games against Webb City and now here tonight against Republic, followed by another colossal challenge next week at Carthage. Both Lebanon from the 27. Simmons in motion. Pitch behind him. He'll have to fall on it, and the Jackets will incur a big loss back inside the 15-yard line at the 14 as that pitch got away.
Well, the timing wasn't there. The pitch was behind the back. You know, Lebanon last year only turned the ball over on the ground 3 times. They had like 6 interceptions in the season, but only turned the ball over 3 times running the football. That's excellent in a football season, and they got the good bounce to get the football back, but now you're looking at 4th down.
14-yard line.
Third down, yeah.
Yeah, 3rd and 21 for Lebanon.
3rd down for the Yellowjackets.
So the Republic defense trying to get an early stop. Here's the snap to York. Handoff. Here goes Malachi Simmons on his feet. Out to the 30-yard line. Just shy of the 30 to the 29 and about 2 yards short of the first down.
Well, behind Jackson, Hazelwood, and Brady Jackson, they get the big block off the right side. Hazelwood at the guard position, 6'2", 250, a sophomore. And Brady Jackson, 6'3", 200 pounds, as the right tackle. Got a lot of the yardage back, but still need to get to the 35, so they'll punt the ball away.
Isaac Kelm, the punter for LHS. He hauls in the floating snap and kicks the football into the air. Tigers will vacate the premises, and they'll have good field position at about the 45-yard line. Back deep to return was Carter Coggin. But Republic will start near midfield, 1st and 10 at their own 46.
The snap was just a bit high. Kelm was able to bring that down, but a short pump, and then it just kind of checked up. He got no kind of a roll off the turf field here at Lebanon, and our first look at the Republic Tigers on offense. And they're going to do something that a lot of teams won't do. They're going to rotate some quarterbacks.
10 minutes exactly to go here in the opening period of play. No score. Starting quarterback for Republic, Cooper Cornelson. And now the Tigers lead the ball on the field, and Lebanon has recovered.
Well, a fumble right off the get-go as Cornelson tried to hand the football off, and it bounced loose, and the Jackets recovered. So there's the first big break of the football game in the early going here in the first quarter.
Carter Bartig recovered the fumble at the 47-yard line. So the Tigers put it on the ground, and Lebanon gladly says thank you.
Well, let's kind of start at home. When that happens in that first quarter, you got to take advantage of it. And the Jackets now with a short field with the ball at the 47-yard line.
9:38 to go, first quarter with no score. York will take the snap, inside counter play. Elijah Simmons, and he gets pounded down right at the line of scrimmage.
And he fumbled the ball. He got hit, and the ball came loose. Republic says it's theirs, and that's what the official says.
Counter play, Jackets give it up, and the Tigers get it right back.
Well, Simmons got hit on that counter play and hit hard, and looked like the helmet went right into the ball, and that bounced it loose, and Republic gets it right back at the 48-yard line. So Lebanon didn't take advantage of it. They trade turnovers here in this first quarter. Republic's quarterback, Cooper Cornelson, is the head coach's son.
And a quick snap, and that'll be a legal procedure against the Tigers. They didn't get everybody set, so that'll cost them 5.
Ryan Cornelson is in his 5th year at Republic. He's 45-18 at Republic. The Tigers last year were 9-3. 2 of their 3 losses were to Carthage last year.
And the other 2 Nixa.
Cornelson's had not only a good career in a short career, but a good career at Republic. He was a very good coach over in Kansas, took Hutchinson, Kansas to a state championship.
Snap and the handoff on first down as the Tigers look to run wide, and with the football, it's Lincoln Caldwell. He's down the right sideline, and he gets ushered out of bounds inside the 35-yard line. So the Tigers able to get to the perimeter and get past the edge of the Lebanon defense all the way to the LHS 32 for a gain of 24.
Well, you get that corner turned and a lot of greenery in front of you, and Caldwell took advantage of that as he gets down deep into Lebanon territory in the first down.
Here's the handoff. Kieran Govan, the Mizzou recruit, And he's going to ramble inside the 15-yard line and all the way to the LHS 11 before he's tackled on the play by Austin Yackel.
Well, Govan is a guy that goes both ways. He didn't carry the ball a lot last year. In fact, he only had 3 carries for 60 yards, but one of those runs out of that 60 yards was for 34 yards last year. He mainly was used as a receiver. He's actually been recruited as a defensive back, and he is a very talented skills player.
So, runs of 33 and 24 for Republic on the first 2 snaps after the fumble recovery. Cornelson will hand the football off, and down near the 5-yard line on first down goes Nolan Lashley, 6 foot 195 and a junior.
They're going to use a lot of people out of that backfield. And again, we may see them rotate quarterbacks, which you often don't see at the high school level. And it's always been in my opinion that when you see that, that often doesn't work.
Second down for Republic in the red zone. Down the line on the carry is the quarterback Cornelson, and he's spilled at about the 3-yard line. Brody Barker made the tackle for Lebanon.
They need to get to about the 2-yard line to get a first down on third down. They're almost there, so they just have to kind of edge it up to get a first down. But they're also only about 2.5 yards from the end zone.
Third down and 1. Republic knocking on the door. No score with 8:12 to go in the opening period. Cornelson will hand the football off and backpedaling his way into the end zone for a touchdown for the Tigers, Nolan Lashley.
So Lashley just kind of bullied his way inside as he dove ahead. He's 6 foot, 195 pounds, running out of that pro set backfield and came off the left side and got into the end zone from 2 yards out. It's about, a 53-yard drive.
4-play, 56-yard drive after the fumble recovery. And Payne will tack on the extra point as it is outside the upright and no good. So the PAT misses. Republic calls first blood at Lebanon. Got a flag down near the end zone.
And I'm assuming now, as you kind of look them at the officials gather and committee this up, it would be my guess this is going to occur after the play. Now the official holding his hand up. Here comes the signal. It is a personal foul against Lebanon.
So that'll be assessed on the kickoff. We have 8:04 to go here in the first quarter. Republic on the road in the COC in front. 6-0. Back in a moment on Jacket Nation Sports.
You can give the bug some food. Look at him.
Yep, that's me. Everybody's got to start somewhere. Apparently I started out being terrified of bugs. Now, I make sure you don't have to be. Roads Exterminating will be your last call.
Express Auto Glass, family owned and operated for 27 years, serving Lebanon and the surrounding areas. We come to you with fast, reliable service. Trust Express Auto Glass. Call today at 417-531-5454.
When it comes to custom logo apparel and promotional products, trust your hometown team at Results Advertising. From shirts, hats, banners, and more, we've got you covered. Proud sponsors of the Lebanon Yellowjackets. Go Jackets!
The 15-yard mark off for the personal foul.
You know, to start the football game, you talked about an onside kick. If you were going to do an onside kick, this would be the perfect spot to do that. A lot of hands guys up front. You see Jackson Snyder, one of the linebackers. He's also been a running back right in the middle for the Lebanon Yellowjackets.
Lebanon has 5 on the front line. Payne will go short with it and may have been offside.
Yeah.
So that's an infraction on Republic.
So the ball goes out of bounds. That would have been a penalty. But the flag flew before the kick was even made. So that moves it back to the 45-yard line. Still a short kick. Lebanon certainly playing that way. Simmons all by himself back of the 10-yard line.
Last meeting between these two teams in the district championship game here in 2023, and Republic was able to get past the Yellow Jackets 35-32 in a thriller. Just the fourth meeting all time between Republic and Lebanon. Jackets won the first two in 69 and 70 by big margins. Deep kickoff. Simmons will watch it bounce. Now he picks it up at the 8-yard line. Tigers down in good coverage, and Elijah gets slung down before he can reach the 15-yard line. So good special teams coverage that time by the Tigers.
Ethan Montel got down there quickly and got Simmons handcuffed. Couldn't get away from him. Dropped him down at the 10-yard line. So Lebanon's offense comes out after having turned the ball over in Tiger territory.
So Lebanon opens up this drive at their own 14. 6-0 Tigers, first quarter.
You almost feel that need, though it's early, to kind of redeem yourself after you coughed it up.
Beckett York takes the snap. Option play with a pitch to Isaac Kelm. He looks to turn the corner, and he lowers the pads and drives out beyond the 20-yard line before he gets slung down by Fisher Moore.
Moore came up and grabbed him by the shoulder pads and slung him out of bounds at the 21-yard line.
So Kelm picks up 7. It'll be 2nd and 3. Isaac Kelm, 3 carries, 43 yards, and a touchdown last year for LHS. From the 21 on 2nd and 3, York will raise up, get a reset on the play call. Tigers stack the box with run defense. Handoff. It's Elijah Simmons, and he is able to get low and power his way out beyond the 25-yard line as a flag comes down at the end of the play.
Flag came out where Simmons was running. We'll see if that ends up being a face mask.
That's going to be a hold.
That's going to be a hold.
Holding call against the Yellow Jackets, so Lebanon has been their own worst enemy so far. That negates a first down run by Elijah Simmons and puts the Jackets behind the sticks again, almost. Back at the 15-yard line.
Ball back to the Lebanon 15-yard line. 2nd down to 9.
Lebanon sending 2 receivers out. Would they think about throwing the football on 2nd down and long here?
From this spot on the field, I doubt it.
Yep.
York will pitch. Simmons looks to get wide. Another flag is down. Simmons leaves the ball on the turf again. I think Lebanon got it back, but another flag is down.
The ball squirted loose. Kelm was able to get there and get it covered up, but my guess is this penalty will be against Lebanon, an illegal block.
Illegal chop block against the Yellow Jackets.
Yellow Jackets already down 6-0, and adversity continues to mount here in this opening period. So they will walk that off.
Well, I talked about it in the opening, and you hate to look at a high school football player like Beckett York. He's a great athlete going to MU to play baseball, but he has to be the guy in the huddle that tries to get everybody settled down.
So the ball back at the 9.
Billy moves the ball back to the Lebanon 8-yard line. 2nd down to the Yellow Jackets.
You got to go to Elisha Simmons in that huddle and just tell him, hey, just protect the football. You're going to be okay.
2nd and long for the Yellow Jackets. York under center. Hands the ball off, and that's Malachi. And he gets restricted to a gain of 1.
Trying to pound it inside.
Kenny Chukwu, all COC last year, makes the tackle.
He is 6'2", 270, and he plugs up that middle. He's listed as a defensive tackle. He's more like a nose guard, and he's going to be hard to handle in that inside run.
So long distance play here for LHS. From the 10 on 3rd down. Play action fake, and York will throw down the middle, high and incomplete, trying to get it to Malachi, and knocked away by Caden Pacheco of Republic.
Pacheco playing in that free safety spot, kind of playing almost like a middle infielder or a center fielder. He was reading the eyes of York, and he was able to step over and knock the pass down, and Jackets may have dodged a bullet there because that could have easily been intercepted. And Kelm will have to punt in a dangerous spot as he will punt from his own end zone. Another high snap.
Gets it away, and a high kick. Tigers again will get out of the way, and it takes a good Lebanon roll. Jackets will touch it down at the 47-yard line, so a 37-yard punt with a bounce that time for Kelm.
Kelm getting that high snap, and boy, that can really throw you off as a punter, trying to get your feet set and to step into that kick, and he got a lot of air underneath it. That time he was able to get a kind roll on the turf, and Republic has the football in Lebanon territory.
They'll start this drive at the Lebanon 47. Started the last possession at their own 44, so field position definitely favoring the visitors so far here in the opening period of play. They'll run it to the 45.
Greg Hicks, the fullback, who's 6'205" and a senior, up the middle and across the 45 to the 44.
Gains 3. He gained 107 yards last year, did Hicks.
Lebanon's four-man front of Lively, Masters, Terry, and Guard. You'll see a lot of people in and out in this first game.
2nd down and 7. Tigers again will keep the ball on the ground, and that'll be a first down run to the Lebanon 35. Lashley, the touchdown maker, on the carry, and the tackle made by Lebanon linebacker Kyson Gress. To the LHS 35, a gain of 9 for Nolan Lashley, and a Tiger 1st and 10.
Gress had a lot of playing time last year as a junior, both defensively and offensively. Got to carry the ball a few times, so he's had his feet wet.
And off, and here goes Govan, looking to split the defense, and he is angled down inside the 20-yard line. A touchdown tackle that time by the Yellowjackets' Aiden Montoya, but Republic back in the Lebanon red zone.
Govan is 6'3", 195. There's a flag at the 25-yard line, and it's going to be holding against Republic.
So that will negate a big run by Govan and set the Tigers back to, looks like, the 35.
Govan kind of reminds you of Doriel Green Beckham a little bit. He a lot of speed, he's got good size.
Got those long strides.
Beckham, of course, played at Hillcrest and then at the University of Missouri, played professionally in Philadelphia for the Eagles.
So first down for Republic at the Lebanon 35-yard line. Tigers will again look to pound the ball on the ground as they run it off the right side with Lincoln Caldwell, the sophomore. Stopped after a gain of a couple.
Gaten Starnes came up to make the tackle from his cornerback spot for Lebanon. The ball at the 31-yard line on 2nd down now for the Republic Tigers.
4:40 to go in the opening period on Jacket Nation. Republic up 6-0.
Talked about Lebanon's inexperience, but defensively, their linebacking core had a lot of time on the football field last year.
Out of the Wildcat, here's a direct snap, and it's Govan at the 20-yard line, spilled at about the 18, but he's got enough yardage for Republic first down.
Again, last year he spent a lot of time catching passes, so he's got a lot of tools on his tool belt. He can run the football, and he can receive passes, and he's going to be really dangerous running out of that Wildcat because that direct snap is going to give him an opportunity to get a quick look at the edge and get to the outside.
So Govan picks up 13. Cade Yakel on the tackle for Lebanon. Tigers now with 4 first downs here in the first quarter. They run the option play, and the late pitch goes to Govan, and he lowers the pads and drives to about the 13. Montoya, Jackson Snyder also there.
Good pursuit by Lebanon.
Tigers getting good push on the offensive line here early in the game.
Their offensive line is big. Triplet at 255. Phelps is at 245 on the left side.
Cornelson back in. He will go to Caldwell on the handoff, and Caldwell keeps churning his way inside the 10 to about the 7.
Just grinding out yardage. He got very close to the first down, and it appears that he got it, and he did. So it'll be 1st and goal now for the Tigers.
Brett Gard, among others, in on the tackle for LHS, but it'll be 1st and goal at the Lebanon 7.
This is where you want to make your tackle as he comes at you, but you like to get handsy and try to knock the ball loose. Put a helmet or a pad in the ball and try to get a turnover here.
Snap to Cornelson, and Lashley somersaults his way to about the 4.
Lashley jumping over the top of Ashton Terry, the defensive tackle at 290. He's a senior. And gets the ball inside the 5-yard line.
It'll be 2nd and goal from the 4.
Lebanon's defense in this first quarter has been out on the field a long time.
2nd down, goal to go. Romines, the center, over the football for the Tigers. He snaps it to Cornelson, and it's going to be Lashley powering off the left side of the end zone, and the Tigers lead 12-0.
Boy, Lashley had a huge hole off that left side as they cleared that out, and he goes untouched into the end zone.
Austin Yekel, the Lebanon safety, tried to prevent it, but couldn't do so. So Lashley with his 2nd TD of the first quarter, and it's a 12-0 Tiger advantage.
They missed the last extra point.
They go for 2 here.
Yeah, I would think that they would. And especially since they've had some ease running the football, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
Cornelson will take the snap, and he tosses the football in a saunter into the end zone for Tristan Burks for the 2-point conversion. 5'9", 150 and a junior. And Republic in Lebanon tonight has jumped on the Yellowjackets here in the first quarter. It's 14-0. We'll have the Tiger kickoff after this on Jacket Nation Sports.
When your work demands more than ordinary, step up to commercial quality power. At Phones Outdoor Power, we bring you mowers built for professionals, machines with rugged durability, advanced features, and performance that doesn't quit. And we don't just sell them, we stand behind them with expert service to keep your equipment running at its best. Plus, with flexible financing options, your next mower is closer than you think. From the first cut to the last pass, this isn't your weekend mower. This is the real deal. Visit Phones Outdoor Power today. Some games are just better when you watch them together. With the whole family around the table, something good to eat and plenty to cheer about. At Big Whiskey's in Lebanon, grab your favorites. Catch every big play and settle in with people who make game day more fun. Because
Short kick by Republic. Lebanon will fair catch the ball as Isaac Helms there to reel it in. Make that Owen Jones, beg your pardon.
Owen Jones called the fair catch. He was right on that front line.
So Lebanon will have it 1st and 10 from their own 38.
Need some positive things offensively here. Lebanon's fumbled the ball away once. They put it on the ground twice.
First down for York and the LHS offense. Here's the snap. And York took it out of the belly of Simmons, kept it, but he loses yardage. Back a couple of yards.
Last year, York ran the football very effectively. He rushed for 555 yards, scored 7 touchdowns, and averaged about 6 yards a carry, but he lost a couple of yards there.
Trenton Coleman, a defensive back, in the box that time, providing run support, and makes the tackle. It'll be 2nd down and a long 11 for the Yellowjackets.
Now the officials calling timeout on the far side. And now they back everything up and say they're ready.
Jackets behind the chains. Toss, running, Simmons trying to get the corner turn, can't do so. Tigers able to string it out that time, and in the open field, it's the safety A.J. Ewell up to make the stop.
Ewell got there. He got past the block of Elisha Simmons, and Malachi had no place to go with the football and couldn't get any help with the block off the corner. You know, when you run this flex offense, if you're one of the halfbacks, you have got to be able to get your blocks down, especially when you're trying to bounce outside with your fullback. The wide receivers of this offense, they have to be able to block well.
Lebanon needs the 48 on third down. 3rd and 15. York spins under duress, throws, knocked away, almost intercepted that time on the screen. As knifing in there was Coleman to make another defensive play for the Tigers.
Yeah, Ethan Montel was coming right at Beckett York, and he had to unload very quickly. And the Jackets are going to have to punt the ball again.
Bring it out. Kelm will kick it away. Back to return for the Tigers, Carter Coggin.
This time, Tristan Hudson's going to come out and do the punting.
Kelm was shaken up early in the ball game. Get another stoppage in play.
And Lebanon's going to take a timeout. I don't think they had all their ducks in a row for the punt, so they're going to take a timeout.
It's 14-0 Republic. We're late in the first quarter. Timeout on Jacket Nation Sports.
Some games are just better when you watch them together. With the whole family around the table, something good to eat and plenty to cheer about. At Big Whiskey's in Lebanon, grab your favorites, catch every big play, and settle in with people who make game day more fun. Because around here, game day isn't just about what's happening on the screen. It's about who you're watching it with. Big Whiskey's, good food, good people, game on.
Have you ever wondered what your money can do after you deposit it? It helps families buy homes. It helps businesses expand. It helps farms grow. It helps our neighbors succeed. Because when you bank with Heritage Bank of the Ozarks,
You help strengthen the communities we all call home. That's how neighbors serve neighbors.
Isaac Kelm will punt, and he directs it to Coggin, who makes the reception at the 36-yard line, and he's got the far right side open to him as he will race past the 30-yard line inside the 25, and the Tigers led the football at the Lebanon 21 to start this possession.
Well, Coggin picked up a line drive punt off the turf and never had to slow down and able to motor his way up to the 21-yard line.
Wow. So the Lebanon defense again playing with its backs against the wall.
Ball slide on the Lebanon 21-yard line, first down and 10 for the Republic.
You know, you have to look at the defense, and I know you're only in the first quarter and you're down 14-0, but you got to hope that in this spot here that they bend, but they do not break.
Cornelison hands the football off, running play straight up the A-gap, and short yardage there for Lashley.
Nolan Lashley with the carry.
Got it to the Lebanon 18 for a pickup of 3.
Tackle made by number 62, Blake Lively for the Yellowjackets.
2nd and 7 for Republic.
Blake Lively, the defensive end, made the tackle.
On 2nd down, here's the handoff to Govan as he navigates the left side and knifes his way inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal to go for Republic. Is there a flag down? There is for holding.
Got the tackle, and there is a flag down, the holding. So Republic's had a couple of those. They've had a fumble that they lost in the early going. Lebanon didn't take advantage of it, but kind of what you expect sometimes in that first game. You're going to have some of these miscues, and you just try to work those out and work around them.
So that'll move the ball back to the Lebanon 27.
Still 2nd down.
It'll be 2nd down for Republic. And about 14 to go.
Republic's not put the ball in the air in this first quarter.
Ooh.
Now they will.
Cornelison will throw the ball toward the end zone and too far that time for the intended receiver. In the right corner, Brennan Overstreet.
Overstreet is the wide receiver, 6'3", 175. We might see him actually quarterback sometime tonight. And the pass was overthrown. Good coverage down the field for Lebanon.
So it'll be 3rd down.
Probably 4-down territory. But the defense doing their job here.
3rd and 14, Republic to the line of scrimmage. Play clock at 10. There's a snap to Govan. He's back in there. Jackets with good leverage on the outside, and Govan gets tumbled down as he went high into the air and then lands hard.
Jackson Snyder got a leg as Govan went up in the air and brought him down. It'll be 4th down. Ball on the far hash mark. You wouldn't think about a field goal here. I wouldn't think.
Govan picks up 10. 4th down for Republic. And Ryan Cornelson. There's a 1 second difference between the game clock and the play clock.
They may let this wind down.
Tiger offense going toward the sideline. And apparently that will draw an end to the opening period of play. And a good one for the Republic Tigers. After 12 minutes of play, it is Republic in front of Lebanon by a score of 14-0. Dave has the second quarter next on Jacket Nation Sports.
At Mercy Hospital Lebanon, caring for our community goes beyond the walls of the hospital, because the people who care for you are a part of this community also. They're your friends, your neighbors, the people you see at the game, at community events, and around town. We live here, we work here, and we're proud to care for the place we call home. Mercy Hospital Lebanon, care that's close to home from people who call it home too. Looking for an affordable way to own your own dream home? At Midmo Home Center in Richland, Missouri, we're helping families just like yours find the perfect manufactured or modular home. Visit us right off Interstate 44 at 29825 Utica Drive in Richland, Missouri, or phone 573-232-7050 today.
Well, it's 4th down to start the second quarter. Republic with the football at the 17-yard line. They'll send a receiver split left and a man in motion. That's Govan. He's the dangerous guy. Cornelison now backs up, and they're going to take a timeout. So Republic going to take a timeout, and they'll rethink 4th down here with the score 14-0. Republic leading. We're back after this on Jacket Nation.
At Independent Stave Company, our mission is for our employees and our community to flourish. That means supporting Lebanon's people, businesses, and schools today and always. We're proud to call Lebanon home, and we're here to support our hometown every play, every game, and every season. Missouri Cooperage, where community and teamwork always win. Go Yellowjackets! For 40 years, national TV sales and rental has called Lebanon home. What started here in 1986 has grown across Missouri, but one thing hasn't changed: our commitment to the communities we serve. We believe in showing up, supporting local families, local athletes, and the programs that bring us together. Because for us, community has always been bigger than business. National TV sales and rental, proudly supporting our hometown for 40 years.
And he gets to the 10, he's to the 5, got the first down. It'll be 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Fake the dive play to Lashley that time, and Cornelson running the option, and they were able to outnumber the Yellowjackets on the perimeter, and Govan to the 5-yard line, picks up 12, 1st and goal to go.
And Republic took that timeout so they could get a look at the defense that Lebanon was going to set up on 4th down at the 17-yard line. Now 1st and goal at the 5. Here's the snap. Lashley off tackle left side, busted outside into the corner of the end zone for the touchdown. So from 5 yards out, Lashley has his 3rd touchdown of the ball game.
He has been the touchdown maker tonight for Republic. And the Tigers, a short field that time as they drove from the Lebanon 21 to the end zone.
21-yard drive was set up by the good punt return.
On the 10 point for Republic, number 26, Cohen Payne.
So now Payne for the extra point. The snap, the hold is down, the kick is up, and this one will be no good. He's missed 2 now on the extra point attempt. So 11:49 to play before halftime. It's Republic 20, Lebanon nothing. Back after this on Jack and Nation.
Got a project to tackle? At Route 66 Sales and Rentals, we have the equipment you need to get the job done. From skid steers and excavators to lifts and more, we make it easy to get the right equipment for the job. And if you're ready to buy, we're your local authorized dealer for Bad Boy, Grasshopper, and Husqvarna. Plus, with 0% financing options available, there's never been a better time to upgrade. Located at 471 East Elm Street in Lebanon, Route 66 Sales and Rentals, your hometown equipment headquarters.
Republic, Kevin, has really taken advantage of playing most of this first half with a short field. And the Tigers lead it by the score of 20-0. 3 touchdown runs by Lashley.
They have 3 scores. Their defense has completely shut down the Yellowjackets so far.
Simmons back deep. He stands at the 10. Payne has kicked the ball short each time. We'll see what he does here. This one he'll boot. And Simmons will try to chase it down, and he will get it on the run at about the 11-yard line and then run out of bounds at the 15. Lebanon will not have very good field position to start their first series of this second quarter, trailing by the score of 20-0.
Republic's missed a couple of PATs, but their kicking game otherwise has been very effective, especially in dictating field position, as Lebanon has to start this possession at their own 15.
We'll see what Beckett York will do as he goes to the huddle with his team down by 20 in this first half. Landon Keel will split right as a wide receiver. It'll be Huck Honey split to the left. Out of the flex, man in motion. Here's the pitch. This is Simmons trying to negotiate the corner. Gets out to the 25, and that's as far as he will go. As he gets wrangled down, Fisher Moore was there for Republic. And it'll be second down.
And a 6 for Simmons.
You'll take 6 yards on first down, running the ball every day. Receivers right and left again. Lebanon going right to left as you look at your television. Man in motion. Here's the snap. Here's a run going to the right side, and that's Montoya running the football. And he'll lose about 6 yards.
Gives back the gain that Simmons had. This Republic defense, they can go to the football in a hurry.
So now third down. It'll be third down and 10. Lebanon has looked at a lot of long third down situations. That's unlike a Lebanon offense. York sending a man in motion, drops back, going to throw, scrambles out to the right side, unloads, incomplete. Good coverage downfield by Govan as he had Simmons covered up. And as well as Govan has run the football, he's actually a better defensive player. And he defended that pass well. And it'll be fourth down. Count back on the punt. Coggin is the man that is back. Had a good run back last time, set up the touchdown. Isaac Kelm will punt from his 1 yard line. Unloads it, end over end. Coggin will take it at the 45. Angles far side to the 40. Escaped a tackle, and he will get down to the 34 yard line. So again, Republic will start his series with a short field.
They started at their own 46, their own 48. The Lebanon 17, the Lebanon 20, or Lebanon 47, the Lebanon 21, and now the Lebanon 36.
Cooper Cornelison has stayed in as the quarterback in this first half, even though we thought you might see different people at that spot. Here's the snap, and keeping the football and running the football is Coleman. So a new quarterback indeed to start the second quarter here. And Coleman running kind of a quarterback draw out of that shotgun. Coleman 6'2", 190. He gains 5 yards. It'll be second down and 5 for Republic. They run out of the pro set, veer offense. They'll run straight up the middle. And they'll pick up the first down as Lashley running the football. Lashley's been a handful, and he picks up a first down. He's got 3 touchdowns in this first half. He picks up a first down there.
In that Republic offensive line, do the credit. They're winning the battle up front right now.
First down and 10 at the 25-yard line. And a receiver split left. Cornelison back in as the quarterback, off tackle right side and down to the 9-yard line, and a big run as they hand the football off to Caldwell, who's come back in as the fullback, and he picks up big yardage as he rambles down to the 9-yard line. Lebanon's got a player that is slow in getting up.
That's Isaac Kelm.
Yeah, as you said, it looked like he may have tweaked something earlier, and now they're going to go out and take a look at him as he lays on his back at about the 32-yard line. He was grabbing his knee. Boy, early in the season, you don't want to start losing parts to your machine, and you can only hope that Kelm is able to walk this off.
Yeah, you hope it's a cramp.
Yeah.
Jackets have been practicing some at night, some in the afternoon. So they are well accustomed to the weather conditions.
You know, it's interesting that we talk about a cramp, and maybe that's what it was, but he's walking off very gingerly. I don't know that you see as many cramps as you used to because the coaches are so on top of getting hydrated, and now you have trainers around and people that really force you to think about being in the right fitness and certainly being hydrated in the early parts of the season when you're trying to deal with the heat.
Well, it's not just hydrating on the day of practice. It's hydrating 24 hours a day. Well, Tigers back in the red zone, knocking on the door and trying to put another score up to put the Jackets further behind the 8-ball.
First and goal at the 9-yard line. Here's Govan with a counter play, trying to dance to the outside. He'll take on a tackler and move right into the end zone as he ran into Montoya, but he took him right to the end zone to get the touchdown and a 9-yard run.
So Govan comes up a little bit hobbled. First touchdown scored by Republic, other than their short yardage expert Nolan Lashley.
So that caps a 35-yard drive. And it's 26-0, and you would think that probably that Republic here will go for the 2-point conversion, having missed two extra point attempts. They have scored on a 2-point conversion. That's what they'll do. With Hicks the fullback, and they'll hand the football instead and sweeping to the right side as they will get the ball in as Jacob Duran runs it in for the 2-point conversion. So Duran gets it in, and the lead is extended by Republic. They now lead with 8:59 to play in the first half, 28-0 over Lebanon. We're back after this on Jack and Nation.
673 ZYT 673 Gray Acura with Indiana plates. He's parked in the grass at the Circle Drive up by the high school. Needs to be moved immediately. Thank you. Taking off for the Tigers, number 26, Billy Payne. Back to return for the Yellowjackets. Number 10, Elijah Simmons, and number 28, Dave Starnes.
The kick is up. This one will bounce out of bounds, so Lebanon will start this series with a little bit better field position than what they have had most of this football game. Jackets trailing 28-0.
On the road to Carthage. On the road to Carthage next Friday night, while Republic will have the Kickapoo Chiefs in for their home opener.
Carthage football team made it to the state championship a year ago. They beat this Republic team a couple of times. Lebanon down 28-0 here in the second quarter. Need some offense, but this has been a very stingy defense by the Republic Tigers. Lebanon with a man in motion. Here's the snap. As York goes back to throw, and then he gets corralled back at the 25-yard line.
Uriah Drew coming through.
York didn't even get an opportunity really to look downfield.
So the Tigers just selling out, and they're playing defense downhill against the Yellow Jackets here in the first half. Loss of 10 on the sack.
And Lebanon just trying right now to find something that's going to work.
Ball mark on the 11 and 26-yard line. Second down for the Yellowjackets.
Senior quarterback Beckett York sends a man in motion right to left. Here's a dive up the middle by Simmons, and Malachi Simmons maybe grinds out a yard if he got that. It'll be third down. Lebanon would have to get to the 45-yard line for a first down.
Keith Ellis that time plugged up the hole.
Ball to the 11 and 27-yard line. Third down for the
York goes to the sideline each time to get the play and then takes it back to the huddle.
Jackets have been without points and without a first down.
Third down and 18. Man in motion. Here's the snap. They'll get it to Simmons. He's going to sweep left side. He's going to get to the 40. He's to midfield. He's got the first down as he gets run out of bounds. After picking up the first down, Fisher Moore grabbed a hold of him and got him out of bounds. Well, that's just what the doctor ordered there.
Going to be a personal foul also against Republic on the tackle.
So tack on another 15 yards at the end of the run. Got him for grabbing the face mask. So Simmons, Elijah Simmons, springing loose around the end and across midfield. He really needed that run to get some confidence after coughing the ball up. Once it was taken away, the other time it got recovered, but needed something positive, and there it was.
Just the second time Lebanon's been on the Republic side of the 50.
Ball at the 35-yard line. Here's York, play action, rolling right, under pressure, unloads, got a receiver. It's Simmons down to the 10-yard line. Good job by York to keep his head. He was being chased and unloaded off the back foot, and with that strong arm, got it down to Simmons to the 10-yard line.
A.J. Ewell saved the touchdown with a tackle at the 10.
So Lebanon in business now, down 28-0, but they had the ball first and goal at the 10-yard line. So a big run by Elisha Simmons, and now a big catch for the junior. York takes the snap, looking for the quarterback draw, bounced off a tackle and gets down to about the 7-yard line. Out of that flex, you see Lebanon running that little quarterback draw, almost like a counter play, as they look for a block off that right side behind Hazelwood and Jackson.
6:33 to go in the first half. Jackets in search of a much-needed touchdown here.
On 2nd and goal from the 8-yard line. They're in tight. Look to the sideline. Call a different play. Here's the snap, and York will get buried back at the 13-yard line. Somebody didn't get the right play. As you can tell that there was a mix-up in the backfield, and York went down.
Yep. Uriah Drew was there for the tackle for loss. That's a negative 4-yard play.
Huck Honey comes in. He's a receiver. It'll be 3rd down, 11. Well, he's actually 3rd down and goal at the 11-yard line. York looking over the 5-man front. He drops back under pressure again, and he's going to go down and sacked for the 2nd time on this drive back at the 21-yard line.
Drew and Chuck Wu, both in the backfield that time, and Beckett York had no chance to get rid of the football.
Chuck Wu's showing some speed as he got through the line of scrimmage. He's 6'2", 270, an all-conference player a year ago, and you can see why. So now 4th and goal, 22 yards away from the end zone. Lebanon got down to the 8, but they've been backed up now. Back to the 22-yard line.
Got to go for it. This would be a 39-yard field goal.
York is going to pitch the ball. It's going to be Simmons. He's going to find an opening. He's going to get to the 10 and out of bounds at the 11-yard line as he got tracked down by Coggin. So Lebanon will turn it over on downs. Well, an opportunity missed there. They had a good run by Simmons, and then a nice catch down to the 10-yard line. They got it down to the 8, but got halted there with a couple of big negative plays. Just can't get anything going in this first half, down 28-0 to Republic.
Republic takes over from their own 12-yard line.
You know, this Tigers football team, 9-3 a year ago, they've had a good run here of late. You know, in the 80s, they were the team in the COC. Here's a run to the left side by Lashley, bounced off a tackle and short of the 20-yard line.
Sure were. Ed Miller was the head coach back then.
They won a number of COC conference titles. Tiger player down on the far sideline.
That's Lashley.
Lashley's had a big first half. He's had 3 touchdowns. All the teams go to the sideline. Well, the district pairings came out, or the teams that will be in your district. For Lebanon in the Class 5 district, they'll have Camden, Glendale, Helias, Jefferson City, Rolla, and West Plains. Republic will be in the district with Webb City, Willard, Branson, Carthage, Neosho, and Parkview. So Lebanon got a pretty good draw. Helias, Kevin, you said drops from Class 6 to Class 5.
Yeah, they were Class 6 a season ago, so Helias steps in for Capital City, who goes to a different adjacent district.
Other games being played tonight in the COC. Carthage at Nixa, Webb City's at Glendale, Willard is at Waynesville. Tigers, a new head coach, and trying to get their first win, in 2 years, maybe 3 years.
It's been a tough road to hoe for Waynesville football.
Camden's down in Arkansas and taking on Heritage Arkansas.
Lebanon played them at Arkansas University in 2011.
Here's a snap, and Lashley up the middle, carrying the football. And he gets the first down.
Nolan Lashley with the carry. Tackle made by number 12, Jackson Snyder for the Yellowjackets.
Snyder got the tackle for Lebanon. Jackets need to plug the holes. Republic with the ball at the 26-yard line.
8 first downs in the first half for the Tigers. We are under 4 minutes to go on the clock. 28-0 Republic.
They'll send Rock Hills, a receiver split right. Here's the ball being carried up the middle by Coleman. And Coleman will get 11 yards and a first down. And Coleman comes up limping. Or check it, that was Caldwell on the run, and that's the one that came up limping. Caldwell's going to go to the sideline. Looks like he may have turned an ankle the way he's hobbling off.
Tiger ground game has been tough to stop.
Duran is in the ball game. He scored an extra point on a run. Hicks is back in as the fullback. Cornelison, the quarterback, calling signals and movement on the defensive line.
I think the play clock ran out.
No, it did.
Penalty prior to the snap, delay in game as the ball against the Tigers.
So a 5-yard penalty there. This Republic team last year averaged 42 points a ball game, 373 yards of total offense, 340 of that on the ground.
I think 20 yards passing, give or take.
Yeah. The numbers offensively for both of these teams from last year about the same. Receiver split left. And again, we've got a whistle and a stoppage. And Republic, I believe, is going to take a timeout, and they'll do just that. With 2:53 to play in the first half, a 28-0 lead for Republic over Lebanon. We're back after this on Jacket Nation.
At United Electric Services, we know strong communities are built by people who show up. From residential and commercial electrical work to new construction, repairs, upgrades, and more, our team brings experience and dedication to every job. And that same commitment extends beyond the workplace. We're proud to support the students, athletes, families, and programs that make our community special. United Electric Services, proud to power our community and proud to support Jacket Nation.
Well, a good crowd on hand for the opening night of football, but they've not got to see what they wanted to see. Here's a sweep to the left side, the ball being carried by Tristan Burks, who crosses the 35-yard line, and it'll be second down. Second down and 10 for Republic. They lead it 28-0. As we're coming up on the 2-minute mark here in this first half. Lebanon will try to regroup things at halftime. Tigers sprint to the offensive line. This is a dive up the middle by the fullback Hicks. And he will get a couple of yards as he gets to the 40, and it'll be third down. Right now, not that Republic wouldn't mind scoring right now. If you're a Republic, just winding the clock down to 0 to end this first half will do just what they want.
Yep, keeping the shutout intact. We will carry the Lebanon Yellowjacket Marching Band performance at halftime, as always, here on Jacket Nation.
On third down, here's a dive up the middle again, and Lashley bounced to the outside off the tackle. He won't get the first down. He'll be about 3 yards short of that. And that will bring in the punting team for the Republic Tigers with 1:25 on the clock. Lebanon fans coming to their feet. What they wouldn't give for a block punt in this situation. You would think Lebanon will probably bring everybody. Well, they're not even showing punt on fourth down. Let's see if they're trying to get Lebanon to jump and take a timeout. That's exactly what they tried to do. Didn't work. And a timeout called by Republic. 1 minute to play in this first half. It's 28-0. Republic leading Lebanon. We're back after this on Jacket Nation.
Not sure where to start? Start with Phoenix. Our care team listens, understands your needs, and helps you find the right care. Whatever chapter you're facing, we're here to help. Call and speak with our care team today.
Jackets will host Republic for freshman football here on Monday. Lebanon JV will take on the Tigers on the road. A couple of weeks away from Lebanon youth football getting underway on Saturday mornings.
I will be spending my time here on Saturday mornings at Jacket Stadium watching youth football. Here's a snap up the middle. The first down is made as they go straight up the middle with the football and get the first down, and it's Lashley that dives ahead to get the first down.
Republic just playing power football between the tackles and doing so effectively.
And we're under a minute to play in this first half. Ball right at midfield.
Tigers are 2 for 2 on fourth downs in the first half.
Here's Hicks as he spins off a tackle and gets down to the 44-yard line. Lebanon can't wait for the final 20 seconds of this half to tick away.
Tigers are out of timeouts, and I don't think they're in too big of a hurry.
Yeah. Well, I've always said this about Will Christian, Kevin. He's the best third-quarter coach I've ever seen. They'll go into halftime, make some adjustments, and come out, and you may have a lead, but he's going to threaten that lead when they come back out. And they'll have to have their act together to do that when they come out from the locker room at halftime, because the Jackets are trailing 28-0 as halftime is upon us. Stay tuned for Jacket Nation as we bring you the Lebanon Marching Band. We'll have all that when we come back right after this on Jacket Nation Sports.
Show me safe coverage wherever you go. We've got you covered at Big O.
This September, the Giants roll into Lebanon. The American Big Rig Racing Series takes over I-44 Speedway on Saturday, September 13th. 11,000 pounds, 1,000 horsepower. These rigs don't just drive, they fly. Brought to you by Equipment Share, Highland Dairy, and Hilltop Ranch, plus your favorite weekly racing action under the lights. Double the power, double the show. Tickets available at the track. Don't miss the thunder, don't miss the speed. It's Big Rig Racing at I-44 Speedway, Saturday, September 13th. There's a lot happening in Lebanon. New opportunities, new ideas, and plenty of reasons to be excited about what's ahead. It's a place to build a career, raise a family, get an education, get outside, get involved, and enjoy the community around you. Because progress isn't just about where a city is going, it's about the people building their lives along the way. Whatever your journey looks like, build your journey here, Lebanon, Missouri. If you're in need of high-quality paint or glass services, trust Crow Paint and Glass in Lebanon, Missouri. Since 1946, we've been your go-to for Pittsburgh paints, custom framing, auto glass, and more. Visit at 390 West Elm in Lebanon for all your home beautification needs. Open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Call 417-532-3551 for a free quote. Pro Paint and Glass, quality and hometown services you can count on. Go Yellowjackets! Keep your home comfortable with Quality Heating and Air in Lebanon. Our experienced team provides top-notch HVAC services from routine maintenance to emergency repairs. We use only the best parts and equipment, ensuring your comfort all year round. Serving both residential and commercial clients, your satisfaction is our guarantee. Call 417-532-6239 or visit QualityHeatNow.com. Quality Heating and Air, where comfort meets quality.
Welcome to Helton's Home Furnishing, located at 455 North Jefferson in Lebanon. Our family has been here at this location since the 1960s. Amy and I are the third-generation owners, and Carly is here as our first fourth-generation worker. Whether you're looking for living room, office, dining, bedroom, mattresses, at Helton's, we have something for every room in your house. And as always, we still offer free delivery within 60 miles of our location.
Discover family-style camping along the Niagara River at Hidden Valley Outfitters, just outside Lebanon. Choose from RV
Childress, Sierra River, and Lindsay Thomas. We would once again like to thank Monty Hayes and our friends at Mid-Missouri Bank for their donation of our show t-shirts that our students will be wearing throughout the season. Mid-Missouri has been sponsoring our marching band shirts for over 20 years, and we are so grateful for their generosity. Please help me thank our friends at Mid-Missouri Bank. If you look closely, you may notice the band looks just slightly different tonight. Don't worry, our traditional uniforms aren't going anywhere, and you will see them throughout the season. However, tonight we are debuting new tops designed to keep our students cooler while still honoring the traditional Lebanon band look. So when temperatures are high or rain is in the forecast, you will likely see us in these tops to both keep our students safe and prolong the life of our uniforms. A huge thank you to the Lebanon Band Boosters and Results Advertising for making these a reality. Our show this year is entitled Fire and Ice, featuring Mars from Gustav Holst's The Planets, DAC Ray by Verdi, Nessun Dorma by Puccini, and Finale from Stravinsky's Firebird Suite. Tonight we will be performing part 1 of our show and look forward to debuting more as the season progresses. Drum majors, Cooper Williams, Ken Lund, and Isabella Little. Is the band ready? Lebanon Band, you may take the field.
Nights with full hookups or classic tent camping. Float trips, gem mining, playgrounds, fishing and trails, and even a chapel for special moments. Everything you need right here in the Ozarks. Book your stay today at hvoutfitters.com. Hidden Valley Outfitters. Camp, float, and reconnect.
I'm I'm Jaden Schmitz, your Lebanon, Missouri Edward Jones financial advisor. We're all about financial investments, but we also value the investment of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why I, Jaden Schmitz with Edward Jones, am a proud sponsor of Lebanon Yellowjacket Athletics on Jacket Nation Sports. Call 417-588-2286 for all of your investment needs. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Losing a loved one is painful, but at Shadle's Colonial Chapel, we make the hard times a little easier to bear. With affordable funeral and cremation services, we offer 2 spacious chapels, a full-service banquet area for families to gather, plus the latest technology for honoring your loved one. Our website has everything you need, from pre-arrangements to flowers, even a place to reminisce. Let us help you remember your loved one. Shadle's Colonial Funeral Chapel, the area's most often selected funeral service.
For the LHS Marching Yellow Jacket Band and the LHS Street Team.
Monty Hayes, Community President of Mid-Missouri Bank in Lebanon. While we're proud to be recognized by Forbes as the #1 best bank in all of Missouri in back-to-back years, we're just as proud to call Lebanon, Missouri our home. That includes the extraordinary students, faculty, and administration at our Lebanon schools. Midmo is always looking for ways to invest in our community's future leaders, and we thank the teachers, coaches, and parents who help mold these students into the best version of themselves. Mid-Missouri Bank is a proud sponsor of our Lebanon Yellowjacket teams.
Every life is priceless. Every chapter matters. Whether you're recovering, maintaining your independence, or caring for a loved one, Phoenix Home Care and Hospice is here to help. Call and speak with our care team today.
The seasons. It's what we live for. It's who we are. Every spring we plant, but a good harvest is tough to count on. One thing we can count on: our tractor from S&H. S&H Farm Supply is family owned and run by folks that do what we do, and it shows. Seasons will change and the kids will take on the farm. One thing will stay the same: you're in S&H country.
From the streets you drive every day to the places where our community gathers, Willard Asphalt has been paving the way in Lebanon for years. As a third-generation family business, we're proud to call this community home and to put our name on every project we do. No job is too large or too small. From major roadways to your own driveway, each one gets the same attention to detail. For quality you can see from the sky and feel under your tires, trust Willard Asphalt. Driven by community and built for generations. Call 417-532-7107 for your free estimate at Willard Asphalt. Hit the road with confidence.
Dawson's Hot Wheels in Lebanon is your family-owned go-to for wheels, tires, suspension installs, alignments, oil changes, and general auto repair, and even fleet maintenance. Visit them at 1060 Springfield Road or call 417-991-2636. Dawson's Hot Wheels, an authorized Toyo dealer. When your work demands more than ordinary, step up to commercial quality power. At Phones Outdoor Power, we bring you mowers built for professionals. Machines with rugged durability, advanced features, and performance that doesn't quit. And we don't just sell them, we stand behind them with expert service to keep your equipment running at its best. Plus, with flexible financing options, your next mower is closer than you think. From the first cut to the last pass, this isn't your weekend mower. This is the real deal. Visit Phones Outdoor Power today.
That's a really young offensive line. I knew they said they were small up front, but that's a bunch of different things. Well, it's back to days when you played. 6 foot, 160.
Some games are just better when you watch them together. With the whole family around the table, something good to eat and plenty to cheer about. At Big Whiskey's in Lebanon, grab your favorites. Catch every big play and settle in with people who make game day more fun. Because around here, game day isn't just about what's happening on the screen. It's about who you're watching it with. Big Whiskey's, good food, good people, game on.
Have you ever wondered what your money can do after you deposit it? It helps families buy homes. It helps businesses expand. It helps farms grow. It helps our neighbors succeed. Because when you bank with Heritage Bank of the Ozarks,
You help strengthen the communities we all call home. That's how neighbors serve neighbors.
At Mercy Hospital Lebanon, caring for our community goes beyond the walls of the hospital because the people who care for you are a part of this community also. They're your friends, your neighbors, the people you see at the game, at community events, and around town. We live here, we work here, and we're proud to care for the place we call home. Mercy Hospital Lebanon, care that's close to home from people who call it home too. Looking for an affordable way to own your own dream home? At Midmo Home Center in Richland, Missouri, we're helping families just like yours find the perfect manufactured or modular home. Visit us right off Interstate 44 at 29825 Utica Drive in Richland, Missouri, or phone 573-232-7050 today. At Independent Stave Company, our mission is for our employees and our community to flourish. That means supporting Lebanon's people, businesses, and schools today and always. We're proud to call Lebanon home, and we're here to support our hometown every play, every game, and every season. Missouri Cooperage, where community and teamwork always win. Go Yellowjackets! For 40 years, national TV sales and rental is called Lebanon home. What started here in 1986 has grown across Missouri, but one thing hasn't changed: our commitment to the communities we serve. We believe in showing up, supporting local families, local athletes, and the programs that bring us together. Because for us, community has always been bigger than business. National TV sales and rental, proudly supporting our hometown for 40 years.
Got a project to tackle? At Route 66 Sales and Rentals, we have the equipment you need to get the job done. From skid steers and excavators to lifts and more, we make it easy to get the right equipment for the job. And if you're ready to buy, we're your local authorized dealer for Bad Boy, Grasshopper, and Husqvarna. Plus, with 0% financing options available, there's never been a better time to upgrade. Located at 471 East Elm Street in Lebanon, Route 66 Sales and Rentals, your hometown equipment headquarters.
At United Electric Services, we know strong communities are built by people who show up. From residential and commercial electrical work to new construction, repairs, upgrades, and more, our team brings experience and dedication to every job. and that same commitment extends beyond the workplace. We're proud to support the students, athletes, families, and programs that make our community special. United Electric Services, proud to power our community and proud to support Jacket Nation. Hit the road with confidence. Dawson's Hot Wheels in Lebanon is your family-owned go-to for wheels, tires, suspension installs, alignments, oil changes, and general auto repair, and even fleet maintenance. Visit them at 1060 Springfield Road or call 417-991-2636. Dawson's Hot Wheels, an authorized Toyo dealer.
City council and screaming, yelling, cussing. I told somebody, I said, if I had even been in favor of deflocking, I would now be in favor of just because I am.
It's the old saying, the ones that yell the loudest have the most to hide.
Yeah, exactly.
Hope you enjoyed the Lebanon Marching Band and the Dream Team festivities at halftime. The Yellowjackets have work to do as they are in arrears 28-0 to Republic. Tigers got 2 scores in each of the first 2 quarters, as their ground game has produced over 200 yards on the night. Nolan Lashley with 3 touchdowns for Republic. He started the scoring with a 2-yard run with 8:04 to go in the first quarter. That capped a 4-play, 56-yard drive. Republic missed the extra point. But then Burks ran in a 2-point conversion on their next score, a 4-yard Lashley run, make it 14-0 with 3:28 to go in quarter number 2. And then Lashley capped a short 21-yard drive in 5 plays. That was set up by a great punt return by Republic. Tigers led 20-0, and then Kieran Govan with a 9-yard touchdown run, and then Duran with a 2-point conversion run for the Tigers with 8:59 to go in the first half. 28-0 Republic, and that's where we stand going into the second half. So the Tigers have took advantage of some things tonight. They've scored 28 points, but their defense has totally shut down the Lebanon offense. Lebanon with 42 yards of offense on 24 plays, 18 rushing and 24 passing through the first 24 minutes of play. Lebanon with 2 first downs so far in the football game, while Republic has piled up 10 so far. Lashley with 48 yards on 10 carries, 3 touchdowns for Republic. Govan, Republic's outstanding senior, with 83 yards on 6 carries and a touchdown. He was banged up in the second quarter, so we'll see if he comes back and has action in the third quarter. But Republic will get the football after having deferred for the pregame toss, so Tigers will get the football and try to extend what is a 4-score lead right now.
Well, for Lebanon, you just got to regroup the two. About 3 things really big difference in the football game. Number one, Lebanon was able to cause a fumble early on in the football game in the first couple of minutes, recovered the ball, and then coughed it up right after they had recovered the fumble, and then Lashley took it in for a touchdown. Then Lebanon had an opportunity to really get on the scoreboard, cut the lead a little bit, feel good about themselves before they go to halftime. They get the ball down to the 8-yard line. They lose yardage on a run and then the sack, and they end up their 4th down and 22, and they end up giving it up on downs. But that defense of Republic has just been relentless and has not given the Jackets anything.
Yeah, they've stacked up the interior, and their speed on the outside has been impressive as well. Nixa leads Carthage at halftime, 28-7. Webb City at Glendale tonight, and the Cardinals lead the Falcons 35-6 in COC football. Kickapoo and Joplin 7-all after halftime, and Neosho leading Ozark by a score of 21-0. Waynesville has a 7-3 lead over Willard. That game has reached halftime at Waynesville tonight. Other scores around the area: Fairgrove blanking Mountain Grove at halftime, 18-0. Buffalo all over Diamond, 55-14 in that contest. And Warsaw leads Lawson in the second quarter by a score of 14-7. Dave, I know you're going through some things numbers-wise in small school baseball. There are several schools of the smaller enrollment that are converting from 11-man to 8-man football.
Yeah, they are.
That's becoming a more popular realm
That's
now.
becoming a thing, and at the Class 1 baseball, we've had a couple of games already from Stoutland, and that have been canceled because they couldn't field a team. Wheatland, which won a state championship a couple of years ago, not going to field a team in the fall. Now they'll probably have one in the spring. Max Creek, who had several really good kids coming back, that program was starting to build, not going to have a fall season. They'll probably play in the spring. Humansville, canceled in the fall. So we've lost several games. Tuscumbia, which did not have a team last spring, has a team, but they only have 9 players, and we're scheduled to play them next Friday night, so I won't be going to Carthage with you. But Tuscumbia with only nine players. So, yeah, you're seeing a lot of small schools, enrollment really starting to drop, and your alma mater, Stoutland, is one of them.
No problem here for these two schools, both
Right.
Lebanon and Republic pushing 100 as far as their numbers are concerned in football.
Well, as the second half gets started, Lebanon really looking. Kevin, you almost have to get to the point where you don't even look at the scoreboard. You just go out and say, we're going to just go out and do our job here, and we're going to take care of some little things. We're going to clean up things, and we're going to crawl back into this the best we can. And, at this point, you have to look at it and go, hey, we've got an entire second half to make up some things, but we've got to come out and really play well.
Yeah, you got to look for small victories and try to win each play. Kristen Hudson kicks it off.
And the second half kick is up, and a fair catch is called. And it'll be caught at about the 28-yard line as it's hauled in by Hayes Porter. And Republic will start off with pretty decent field position. That's been another part of this football game, is that Republic's offensively, they've been in good shape when it comes to field position.
From their own 28-yard line, first down and 10 for the Tigers.
They'll have the ball at the 28. Cornelison has effectively quarterbacked this first half. Now, he's gone out a couple of times, and Coleman's come in to run from the quarterback spot.
Republic's thrown one pass in the ball game so far.
They'll run out of the pistol. So a different look here. High snap, and they'll hand the football off. They'll sweep to the left side with Riley. First time that he's carried the ball, and he gets nowhere, maybe a loss of a yard as they try to spread out the field, running to the far side.
Yeah, Jackson Snyder was there from his linebacking spot, made a good play for the Yellowjackets.
29-yard line, second down and 9.
So Riley with a pickup of a yard. Snyder had 84 tackles last year. He was second-team COC. Brody Barker, who's back as a linebacker, he had 63 tackles a year ago.
Jackets had 16 sacks a season ago, 37 tackles for loss.
Here's the snap. This is Lashley trying to get to the outside with a burst of speed across the 40. He's out to about the 48-yard line before he's thrown down.
Boy, he's tough to tackle.
Yeah.
Keeps those legs churning.
Good size. He's 6'1", 190.
Gain 20 there and a Republic first down.
Well, tip your hat to that front line of this Republic team. Triplet at 6'2", he's 255. Phelps is 5'8", 245. Their center, Romine's 5'11", 220. Croft is 6'1", 235, and Hine is 6'3", 240. So they've got good size on that offensive line. First down and 10 at the 49. They'll go straight up the middle with the football as they run the football up the middle on the right side.
Duran on the counterplay.
Duran's had a couple of carries in this game. He has scored an extra point.
Ball mark on the 11 and 37-yard line, second down and 5.
It'll be second down and 5, the pickup of 5 yards. And into Jacket territory.
Second down and 6.
Cornelison will go to the huddle. With 8 seconds on the play clock, they're going to have to get in a hurry. They've been called for one delay already. Gets to the line with 2 seconds, they won't get a play off, and they're going to have to take a timeout. So they didn't use their time very wisely there, and they have to use an early timeout in this third quarter. It's a 28-0 ball game. Republic leading Lebanon, and we're back after this on Jacket Nation Sports.
All right, Jacket fans, huddle up. When you need vehicle parts, think local, but act global. Premier Auto Rebuilders and Truck Salvage in Phillipsburg has over 50 acres and 3,000 vehicles on site and a nationwide parts network at the ready. They'll hunt what you need so you get back in the game. Premier Auto, Jacket Nation proud. Tackle the project, we'll handle the cleanup. Lebanon Dumpster Solutions. Fast internet, fast service, Ozark Fiber.
On second down, and Yackel came up and upended him with maybe the best hit we've seen all night.
He sent Burks pinwheeling through the air there for no gain.
It'll be third down for Republic. Again, Republic spending a lot of time in the huddle. They're going to come out with 8 seconds remaining, and they get to the line of scrimmage on the play clock, down to 3. Cornelison will have to hurry. He's going to roll right, looking to throw. He's going to tuck the ball and run. He'll get the first down as he gallops out to the 30-yard line deep into Lebanon territory. Showing pass, but I'm not sure he was going to throw the football at all, as he quickly put the ball underneath his arm and headed upfield.
Second time he's ran the football tonight, and the longest gain, 17 and a Republic first down. They now have 12 in the game.
Ball nudging the 30-yard line. They'll send Rockhill, who's a big wide receiver at 5'9", 165. They will dive up the middle with the football as they hand the football off, and they'll pick up a couple of yards there.
Baylor Cutbirth on the carry. Overstreet now in at quarterback.
Blake Lively with the tackle for the Yellowjackets.
They've used a lot of people in the backfield.
On the 27-yard
Hicks,
line.
Lashley, Govan,
Duran,
Cutbirth,
Burks.
Now Coleman as a quarterback and Cornelison back in as a quarterback.
So if you got a run-based offense, you need to have a lot of able bodies, and Republic certainly has that.
Receiver split left is Overstreet. And the ball is bobbled and on the ground and recovered by Cornelison. They run a little bit of a reverse, and they couldn't get a clean handoff. That's one of the few mistakes they've made. They have turned the ball over one time, but after that turnover, they've become very efficient. It'll be third down. It'll be 3rd and 8 from the Jacket 28-yard line. They sprint to the line of scrimmage. Here's the snap. Cornelison keeping the football. Is going to negotiate the corner. Won't get the first down. He'll be a couple of yards short, but I would assume 4-down territory.
Tyson Grass that time forced him to go deep into the backfield with good penetration, the Lebanon linebacker.
So it'll be 4th down. 4th and a long 2. Maybe 3 yards. Cornelison takes the snap. They'll hand the football up straight up the middle and get the first down. Now you go right up the gut with it.
The old steady hand, Nolan Lashley.
And he'll pick up the first down. He's had a really nice ball game in this opening football game of the season. This is a good Republic team. There's not very many weak sisters in the COC.
No such thing.
Here's Cornelison handing the ball. This is Lashley again as he tumbles out now to about the 13-yard line. And Lebanon defensive lineman getting moved off the ball. Linebackers having to be very active.
79 yards, 13 carries, 3 touchdowns tonight for Lashley.
At 5 yards there, it's second down. Second down and 5 at the Lebanon 13. Cornelison will take the snap, and they'll hand the football off, and wrangled down will be Duran. And it'll be third down. Boy, Lebanon could use a stop here, but they'll have to stop him twice. Have to stop him on third down. You'll have to stop him on fourth down.
13th play of the drive upcoming. Republic has had the football since the second half began.
Rock Hill splits left. There's the snap, and they go up the middle again, and I don't think they got the first down. As they try to power it right up the middle.
Hicks held short of the line to gain, so it'll be 4th and short.
They'll need but just a little push here to get a first down. They'll be running at Masters and Terry and Guard and Lively. The front four for Lebanon. Jackets will scoot up the linebackers to the gaps. We have not seen Govan in this third quarter. Here's the snap. And diving ahead, and I don't think he got it. Lebanon thinks they've stopped it, and I believe they have. They'll turn it over on downs, and there's a positive note for the Jackets.
Well, they buckled down the Lebanon interior defensive line and stopped Hicks for no gain. Ball goes over on downs.
See if Lebanon can take advantage. Boy, Republic ate up a lot of the clock, didn't they? Only 4:50 to play in the second quarter.
Yeah, 7 minutes and 10 seconds. So they didn't get what they wanted, which was a touchdown to make it a 35-point game. But as you say, they ground a lot of time off the clock. They're going to measure.
Yeah. The coach has the right to ask for that. And
far short.
As they say in baseball, the call confirmed.
I wish baseball would get their labor issues resolved, because they've done some good things as far as helping the game.
Yeah,
with
they have.
the ABS system and the clock.
The Little League World Series game they play, the Field of Dreams game they play. The World Series last year was one of the best I've watched in a long time, and that labor dispute could really hurt that game. Lebanon has it first down and 10. Waiting for the clock, and the officials all get set. Lebanon has the ball at their own 9-yard line. York calling signal, sends a man in motion. This will be Simmons up the middle, bounced off a tackle and gets out to the 16-yard line. You already have a different feel from this Lebanon team in this third quarter. Defense stood up, made a stop. Offense comes out, powers the ball down the field for a 6-yard gain on the first play. They'll have Honey split off the left side. Man in motion. They'll give it again to Simmons. This time he won't find any room to run as he gets stacked up.
Malachi is down.
And that is not good. Laying on his side. Trainer out to look at him. Laying on his back. He's trying to get his helmet off. That's when the first thing the player, when they're hurt, the first thing they'll do is try to get that helmet off. Will Christian makes his way out to his injured player.
course, Malachi suffered a concussion last year in the Joplin game.
Looks like they're looking at his left ankle. I actually have 2 Lebanon players down, Kevin.
About 7 yards behind Malachi.
Yeah. I didn't see that. But 2 Lebanon players down on this one play. $28-0 ball game again. On the road to Carthage. Carthage is a very good football team, but that's a nice place to go play.
It is. Good press facilities there. You got to climb a lot of steps to get up to it if you don't take the elevator. Of course, they were one of the early schools in this area that constructed a indoor practice facility.
Seeing more and more of that. Simmons is up.
Not able to put a whole lot of weight on that right leg. Aiden Montoya is the other injured Yellow Jacket. Malachi is...
He's going to be helped off the field.
Hobble to the sideline.
Montoya is still down. And they look like he's working in their ankle, but I think he may have a cramp. The way that they're pushing on they brought his leg up, they're pushing on the toes, and that's usually a sign of a cramp, and let's hope that's all there is of that. The Republic trainer is out as well.
Of course, Malachi is a valued member of Jacket Nation Sports. He does a great job as a videographer.
Yeah, I watched a lot of his stuff during the basketball season. Montoya really hobbled as well. You know, sometimes you'll get that cramp, especially in the calf, and you just can't get that muscle to let loose. And I'm remembering those from the days when I had muscles that would actually cramp. And that's been a while.
When you get them when you're old like me, they really hurt too.
Yeah.
Well, the Royals have won another game. Royals they're playing great baseball now. They win at Cleveland 3-0. Cardinals lead the Pirates 3-1. That's in the 5th.
Royals won 9 in a row before losing at Toronto, and then came back and won yesterday.
Yep.
They got off to an awful start. So after the injured players have been removed, it's 3rd down. Man in motion. They're going to pitch the ball. This is going to be Simmons as he gets to the 25 and hauled out of bounds at the 31-yard line after picking up a 1st down.
Fisher Moore, another tackle for Republic, but not until Elijah gets to the 31.
Simmons, 6 foot, 165 with good speed, and we've been able to watch that as he's turned that corner. Keel will split right. Huckhoney is split to the left side. Man in motion. They'll go up the middle as they hand the football off. That will be the new fullback in the ball game.
Caven Pierce, sophomore.
He's getting his first taste of varsity action. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Lebanon trailing 28-0. Keel's going to split to the right side. Honey to the left. Spread out the field a bit. And they'll go to Pierce again, trying to go up the middle and try to get something going there, and they don't. As Pierce gets stopped. And Lebanon faces third down.
This has been, again, we've said it often, and an impressive performance tonight by this Republic defense. That's been the story of the game.
Well, they've really limited that ability to run up the middle, which is so important out of this flex offense. Here's the snap. As they get it to Simmons, he's going to turn the corner again, and he spins off a tackle, and he falls at the 45. They'll mark it probably just short of that, but it's going to be a first down. Well, you see some parts kind of coming together in this third quarter, and Simmons running the football is one of those parts.
Jackets have moved the ball from their own 9 out to the 44.
Lebanon penetrated to the Tiger 8-yard line, and then a loss on a run play, and then a sack, and then they faced fourth down and 22. Here's a snap. They give up the middle to Pierce, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. And we had a flag on the far side, so my guess is that somebody lined up in the neutral zone. We'll see exactly what that is. And it's a false start by Lebanon.
Got Gage Starnes in there at fullback now, a sophomore for the Yellow Jackets. Jackets' fourth penalty of the night for 45 yards.
Down to 1:45 to play in this third period, 28-0. Lebanon trailing Republic. Nobody has scored in this third quarter. Now the official on the far side again stopped play, but no flag. For York, it's receivers right and left. On first down and 10. Actually, should be first down and 15. And in motion, here's the snap, the pitch, and the ball is fumbled away and loose on the ground, and Republic's come up with it, and Lebanon's turned it over for the second time.
Tried the toss play to Gage Starnes, and the pitch was a little bit high, and the Tigers were all over Gage as he received it, and Jackets lose a fumble. Their second of the night.
He got stuck as soon as that pitch was made. I think it was Chuck Wu that got in there again. He's been impressive.
Hard to block.
So Republic will have the ball after the Lebanon turnover, their second of the ball game. And a short field again. That's been repeated several times now. Lashley on a handoff off the left side, spun off a tackle and got away from Jackson Snyder, who comes up and looks like he's hobbled a bit. They finally got Lashley down after he crossed the 30. Huck Honey gets the credit for the tackle. Down to 1:05 to play in this third period. Kevin will have the fourth quarter. Rock Hill splits left. Here's the snap. Counter play. And they'll get it out to the 25-yard line.
Duran running the ball.
Jake Duran, the ball carrier. Tackled by number 27, Cooper Millsap of the Yellow Jackets.
Cooper Millsap makes the tackle.
You know him?
I do know him. Cooper is my second cousin. Cooper played at St. James before transferring to Lebanon last year. Cooper and my grandson Brody are the same age, and they played against each other in baseball. Stoutland and St. James. Here's a snap, and they're going to pitch the ball. They're going to sweep it to the left side as they try to get outside with it. Burks tries to get outside, couldn't do it. And it'll be fourth down. And it'll be fourth down when we come back with the fourth and final period with Lebanon trailing Republic by the score of 28-0. We're back after this on Jacket Nation Sports.
For 67 years, Jacobson Appliances has been a name that Lebanon trusts. Local, family owned. and here when you need us. Jacobson Appliances, we service what we sell. Level up your fandom at Massey's Comics. From comics and graphic novels to action figures, games, and collectibles, we've got the gear every hero needs. Celebrating 7 years of bringing joy to our community, and now located in the heart of downtown Lebanon, Massey's Comics, where every visit is a thrilling adventure. From break room and janitorial essentials to furniture, copiers, printers, and more, Page Office has everything your business needs. Page Office Supply, where customer service is the real difference. Call 417-532-4012. Forming Land, McBride Land Solutions delivers expert landscaping, gravel work, land clearing, drainage, trenching, even habitat services. Fully licensed and insured and ready to roll across Lebanon area properties. Call Matt at 417-664-5719. McBride Land Solutions, land perfected.
Go to the fourth. Tigers. Fourth down and a couple. They'll go for it as Cornelson takes the snap, and he'll get the first down. Still driving forward to about the 16-yard line. So Cornelson with an 8-yard gain on 4th and short, and the drive continues for Republic.
Carter Bartek got the tackle from his outside linebacker spot. Lebanon initially hit him at the line of scrimmage, but they couldn't wrap up on him. That allowed him to plunge ahead for the first down.
First down, Republic at the Jackets 16.
Lebanon defense been on the field a lot tonight. That four-man front's got to be feeling the pain of that.
Romines over the football. He will snap it on first down from the Lebanon 16-yard line. Lashley hitting the backfield, breaks a tackle, and he's forward for a couple as Brody Barker had him behind the line of scrimmage, but Lashley able to break free and get a couple.
I think that'll be one of the things emphasized this week is wrapping up on those tackles. Lebanon's let Republic slip through a lot. Republic does what Capital City did in that playoff game that we did last year. They rush to the line of scrimmage. They sprint to the line of scrimmage. I bet the offensive linemen love that.
Yep.
I've never met an offensive lineman that liked to sprint.
Tigers run the football left side inside the 5 and down to about the 4. And that's Hayes Porter, a sophomore. And he's got yardage for a first and goal to go at the Lebanon 4. Picks up 8. Tigers have spread the wealth running the football tonight.
You know, in this football game, and I know it's the first of the year, but this Republic Tiger team, you can already see they've got a lot of weapons.
Do.
Both offensively and defensively.
Simplistic game plan, but hard to stop. Now the ball is loose. Fumble. It goes backward. Quarterback Cornelson picks it up. Then he'll be snowed under back at the 16-yard line by Grass and a host of Lebanon tacklers.
Yeah, that ball got bounced around a couple of times, and Cornelson, the quarterback, able to get back and wrap it up.
And he was tackled by number 20, Tyson Brooks for the Yellowjackets.
So it'll be second and goal from the 16 for Republic, leading 28-0 with about 10 to go in the ball game.
Nothing harder to pick up than a loose football. Bouncing around, trying to get a hand on it. It's just going to squirt loose. Cornelson finally corralled it in for Republic.
There's the snap. And again, they run the football to about the 15, inside the 15 to the 14 with Lincoln Caldwell. First time he's touched the ball in a while.
6'1", 190. He's a sophomore.
He ran for 68 yards in the first half. Ryan Cornelson, that's quite a benefit knowing that when your quarterback hands the football off, positive yardage is forthcoming with this stable of backs for the Republic Tigers. Playing without Govan in the second half. Here's a motion penalty probably against the Tigers.
Cornelson backed away. The whistle blew. And to bring down his arm, he was going to throw it. And you could tell the frustration of, I was finally going to get to throw a pass. All quarterbacks like to throw the ball. And Lebanon was offside.
That is the second Yellow Jacket penalty of the second half. They're fifth in the ball game. So they will march it
Billy puts the ball
inside the 5.
Republic hasn't rotated the quarterbacks like I thought they were going to do. Most offensive-minded people will tell you that the rotation of the quarterback's tough to work with.
Lashley, the fullback, and timeout will be called by the Tigers. Friday night lights shining in Lebanon, but shining brightly on the Republic side. Tigers 28, Yellow Jackets nothing. Back after this on Jacket Nation Sports.
When your work demands more than ordinary, step up to commercial quality power. At Phones Outdoor Power, we bring you mowers built for professionals, machines with rugged durability, advanced features, and performance that doesn't quit. And we don't just sell them, we stand behind them with expert service to keep your equipment running at its best. Plus, with flexible financing options, your next mower is closer than you think. From the first cut to the last pass, this isn't your weekend mower. This is the real deal. Visit Phones Outdoor Power today. Some games are just better when you watch them together. With the whole family around the table, something good to eat and plenty to cheer about. At Big Whiskey's in Lebanon, grab your favorites. Catch every big play and settle in with people who make game day more fun. Because around here, game day isn't just about what's happening on the screen. It's about who you're watching it with. Big Whiskey's, good food, good people, game on.
3rd and goal from the 9, and Cornelison has just thrown an interception, picked off by Cooper Millsap. Back across the 25 and out to the 27.
Well, Cooper Millsap playing out in the flats, an outside linebacker. Way to go, Cooper. As he gets a takeaway on the interception, the first interception of the year for Lebanon.
Second Republic turnover of the night, and Lebanon will get the ball back at their own 27.
Cooper is 6'1", 175.
Jackets would like to get that 0 off their side of the scoreboard. Playing without Malachi Simmons and Isaac Helm. York will drop to the pocket, and he's going to air it out deep for Klee, and they're going to call pass interference on Republic. I'm not sure how legitimate that was. He got tangled up with Alex Johnson in the secondary, and the flag comes down.
They were tangled up, and usually that's going to be an old call, but I almost agree with that because I think he gets in it, trips him up as he's going for the ball that was thrown just out of his reach. So Lebanon will benefit from that.
Landon Klee, a Missouri State baseball recruit. He's about 6'3", 6'4", so he can go up and high point the football and win matchups, and Lebanon has a first down to the 42.
Alex Johnson gets flagged for that. Hear that name, and I think about the Cardinal from the 1960s. He was also a California Angel,
yes.
Alex Johnson, who could hit the ball.
Won a batting championship. Now here is York in trouble and going down. Sacked by Ethan Montiel, 6'1", 200 and a senior.
Yeah, Montiel off the edge, and he wrapped up the quarterback for Lebanon, Beckett York.
Second sack of the night for the Tigers.
Montiel listed as a defensive end. It was odd when you looked at how they listed their lineup. It was a defensive end, defensive tackle. Everybody else was linebackers. Of course, they just bring everybody up on the defensive line, and you become defensive tackles and defensive ends.
Yeah, they've got a lot of athletes playing on that side of the football. Second down for the Yellow Jackets. York will keep the ball on the ground for a short gain to the 41. It is Pierce on the carry.
Pierce, 5'9", 165, a sophomore, and Lebanon's got a couple of running backs already out of the game with injuries. We don't know the extent of those injuries.
Isaac Helm on crutches on the bench, and Malachi Simmons setting down. So the Yellow Jacket depth
going to be tested early.
At the fullback and slot positions. Third down and 11. Ball to the left hash for LHS, down 28-0. And again, running play snuffed out.
Pierce trying to go up the middle again, and there's just absolutely nothing there.
Keith Ellis, among others, in on the stop for the Tigers. No gain.
Ellis, a defensive end at 6'3", 195.
Ball remains on the 11-41-yard line. 4th down 11.
Jackets on 3rd down tonight. 0 for 5. They were 57% converting 3rd downs a season ago.
Lebanon's going to go for it on 4th down, or at least show that.
Elijah Simmons goes in motion. York, some time, whips it sidearm incomplete. On the crossing route that time, he tried to get it to Huck Honey, but out of his grasp and incomplete, and the ball goes over on downs.
And he was open right in midfield. He would have had to turn it up and get a couple of yards for the 1st down, but he couldn't reach out and gobble it in, so Jackets turn it over on downs. Second time they've done that tonight.
So Lebanon 0 for 3 on 4th downs. And the ball back to the Tigers. It's been a scoreless second half. Republic at the Lebanon 41. We've said it a lot tonight, starting a possession in Jacket territory. And the Tigers, as a helmet comes off as they run the football with Hayes Porter.
That was Jackson Snyder.
Lost
his hat there, didn't he?
So he'll have to come out for a play, and Pierce comes in to replace him.
He lost it. Usually you lose that helmet toward the end of the play. That happened right in the middle of things, and you're running around hatless out there.
Hayes Porter picks up 7 for the Tigers. It'll be 2nd down and about 3 to go. It'll be under 6 minutes when the Tigers put this ball in play. And they do with Lashley galloping inside the 20. He's free to the 10, to the 5, and into the end zone goes Lashley for a touchdown.
That's his 4th one of the night, and he slipped through would-be tacklers there to make that run.
34 yards to pay turf for Nolan Lashley.
Well, a big first night for him. You know, again, Lebanon, I'm sure a point of emphasis will be you've got to hit them and you got to make it stick.
Lashley over 100 in the ball game. Tigers will try the point after. Had some trouble in that department tonight, but the extra point there is booted through.
Next point is good.
And that makes it Republic 35 and Lebanon nothing with 5:54 to go in the football game. Back with the Tiger kickoff after this.
Have you ever wondered what your money can do after you deposit it? It helps families buy homes. It helps businesses expand. It helps farms grow. It helps our neighbors succeed. Because when you bank with Heritage Bank of the Ozarks,
you help strengthen the communities we all call home. That's how neighbors serve neighbors.
At Mercy Hospital Lebanon, caring for our community goes beyond the walls of the hospital because the people who care for you are a part of this community also. They're your friends, your neighbors, the people you see at the game, at community events, and around town. We live here, we work here, and we're proud to care for the place we call home. Mercy Hospital Lebanon, care that's close to home from people who call it home too.
Looking for an affordable way to own your own dream home? 16 carries, 122 yards, and 4 touchdowns tonight for Republic junior running back Nolan Lashley.
Penalty on the kickoff, offside against the Tigers.
Tigers were offside on the kickoff, so they'll redo it.
Second time they've been tagged for that offense. Well, most of the crowd has dispersed. We had a pretty good crowd. Everybody working around the parking situation with all the construction going on.
Jackets back here in 2 weeks to host Joplin. It's a 4 home game season for the Yellowjackets. They'll play 5 on the road starting next Friday at Carthage.
Last year, Lebanon did not lose at home, but they had their struggles on the road.
Kickoff. The Buzzcuts kickoff taken by Simmons. Dodges an initial tackle attempt. And he races across the 30 and he gets sent out of bounds right in front of the Lebanon bench near the 40.
Well, you had a sneak preview last year of how athletic Simmons is running the football before he got hurt. And you can see that bubbling to the top tonight. His ability to get outside on running plays, that running back the kickoff there.
5:18 to go, running clock now with a 35-point margin. First down for LHS, now whistles blow. Republic coaches coming out onto the field, and we're going to get a timeout. So 4:59 remaining, 35-0 Republic. Timeout on Jack and Nation Sports.
From Branson Landing to the Capitol Dome, Union Station to the Tigers' home. Big old service is Missouri's best. I trust the team outpaces the rest. Show me state coverage wherever you go. We've got you covered at Big O.
This September, the Giants roll into Lebanon. The American Big Rig Racing Series takes over I-44 Speedway on Saturday, September 13th. 11,000 pounds, 1,000 horsepower. These rigs don't just drive, they fly. Brought to you by Equipment Share, Highland Dairy, and Hilltop Ranch, plus your favorite weekly racing action under the lights. Double the power, double the show. Tickets available at the track. Don't miss the thunder, don't miss the speed. It's Big Rig Racing at I-44 Speedway, Saturday, September 13th. There's a lot happening in Lebanon. New opportunities, new
by backup quarterback Reed Collins. Second down and 5 from the 44. Collins takes the snap. Pierce cuts back and across the 45 to the 47.
Well, in the fourth quarter, Knicks are leading Carthage 42-7. So the Carthage Tigers will be revved up for Lebanon when they make the trip next Friday night.
Surprised at that margin.
I am too. Webb City leading Glendale 35-6. Kickapoo leading Joplin 10-7 in the fourth quarter.
Low scoring game there.
Yeah.
Third down 3. Ball on the right hash. And Collins hands the ball off. And second effort by the Yellow Jacket running back. That's Caden Robinson on the carry. 6 foot 170. He's a sophomore, and he is about a yard short of the first down.
He ran into Jet Batty on that defensive line, who's 5'11", 280. He's a sophomore. So a lot of sophomores, a lot of them that will be playing on Monday now into the football game.
Fourth down and 1 for Lebanon. And Collins will hand the ball off, and the Jackets get a 1st and 10. Across the 50 and down to the 48 with Robinson doing the honors again.
Ball moves to the Tiger.
So he picks up 5. And the Jackets get a 4th down conversion for the first time tonight. And just their 5th first down of the football game. Under 3 to go in this one, 35-0 Tigers.
Reed Collins, of course, the son of Jenny Collins, who's the head volleyball coach here at Lebanon. They opened their season with a jamboree yesterday, I believe it was.
Collins down the line on the options, going to keep, and got maybe a yard. Tackle on the play by Jance Mercado, 6'3", 205 for the Tigers.
Time dwindling down in this one with the clock running, down to 2:10 to play, 35-0 ball game.
14-0 after 1, 28-0 Tigers at half. No scoring in the third, and one touchdown for Republic here in the fourth.
Second down and 10.
It'll be second down and 9 for the Yellow Jackets. In Republic territory, ball is bobbled on the snap. Jackets pick it back up, and Collins able to get ahead for 1 or 2.
Looks like he backed away just a little.
Down to the 41. Picks up 7, not enough for the first down. And that will put an end to the proceedings. So the Republic Tigers, a solid defensive performance tonight as they do something very few teams have done here in recent times. They shut out the Lebanon Yellowjackets here at Jacket Stadium by a final score of 35-0. We'll be back with the postgame show after this on Jacket Nation Sports.
Farming land. McBride Land Solutions delivers expert landscaping, gravel work, land clearing, drainage, trenching, even habitat services. Fully licensed and insured and ready to roll across Lebanon area properties. Call Matt at 417-664-5719. McBride Land Solutions, land perfected. Farming land. McBride Land Solutions delivers expert landscaping, gravel work, land.
Yep, that's me. Everybody's got to start somewhere. Apparently I started out being terrified of bugs. Now, I make sure you don't have to be. Roads Exterminating will be your last call.
Express Auto Glass, family owned and operated for 27 years. Serving Lebanon and the surrounding areas, we come to you with fast, reliable service. Trust Express Auto Glass. Call today at 417-531-5454.
When it comes to custom logo apparel and promotional products, trust your hometown team at Results Advertising. From shirts, hats, banners, and more, we've got you covered. Proud sponsors of the Lebanon Yellowjackets. Go Jackets!
Not sure where to start? Start with Phoenix. Our care team listens, understands your needs, and helps you find the right care. Whatever chapter you're facing, we're here to help. Call and speak with our care team today.
All right, Jacket fans, huddle up. When you need vehicle parts, think local, but act global. Premier Auto Rebuilders and Truck Salvage in Phillipsburg has over 50 acres and 3,000 vehicles on site and a nationwide parts network at the ready. They'll hunt what you need so you get back in the game. Premier Auto, Jacket Nation proud. Tackle the project, we'll handle the cleanup. Lebanon Dumpster Solutions. Fast internet, fast service, Ozark Fiber. For 67 years, Jacobson Appliances has been a name that Lebanon trusts. Local, family owned, and here when you need us. Jacobson Appliances, we service what we sell. Level up your fandom at Massey's Comics. From comics and graphic novels to action figures, games, and collectibles, we've got the gear every hero needs. Celebrating 7 years of bringing joy to our community, and now located in the heart of downtown Lebanon, Massey's Comics, where every visit is a thrilling adventure. From break room and janitorial essentials to furniture, copiers, printers, and more, Page Office has everything your business needs. Page Office Supply, where customer service is the real difference. Call 417-532-4012. Forming Land, McBride Land Solutions delivers expert landscaping, gravel work, land clearing, drainage, trenching, even habitat services. Fully licensed and insured and ready to roll across Lebanon area properties. Call Matt at 417-664-5719. McBride Land Solutions, land perfected.
We are back at Yellowjacket Stadium along with Dave Millsat, Kevin Stubblefield on a Friday night where Republic goes to 1-0 with a 35-0 shutout of the Lebanon Yellowjackets. Republic ground game certainly aced the Yellowjackets tonight, 350 yards rushing unofficially for Republic, while their defense held Lebanon to 41 yards on the ground tonight and just 65 yards of total offense for LHS. From scrimmage, Lebanon with 5 first downs in the ball game. Republic had 15 as the Tigers took a 14-0 lead in the first quarter on Lashley's 2-yard touchdown run and his 4-yard touchdown run. A missed PAT on the first score, then Burks with a 2-point conversion run to make it 14-0. And then it was Nolan Lashley again in the second period, back to work with a 4-yard TD run. Then Kieran Govan with a 9-yard run for the Tigers with just under 9 to go in the first half to make it 28-0. And then Lashley capped it off with a 34-yard touchdown run in the fourth quarter with 5:54 remaining. Lashley, 16 carries, 122 yards, 4 touchdowns tonight for Republic. Each team with 2 turnovers in the football game. And the Jackets, penalties, 5 for 50 in the football game. But this is a game tonight where the Republic Tigers just came to town and they kind of imposed their will, didn't they?
They really dominated on the defensive side of the ball. Very few teams came in here to able to score 35 against Lebanon, but to hold that Lebanon running game intact, and it was a tough night for the Jackets offensively.
35-0 Republic with the victory, so the Tigers 1-0 as they get ready to host Kickapoo next Friday at Republic, while the Yellowjackets will go to Carthage to take on the Tigers. Coach C joins us on the post-game show. Tough physical football game, Coach, and certainly an injury factor tonight, unfortunately, for your football team.
Yeah, I thought it was what you would expect from Republic. We knew coming in that they were going to be very physical. I thought we played physical in moments. There were some positives. I know obviously 35-0, and first half was pretty rough. But there were positives in it. First positive is outstanding crowd. We really appreciate the support, and obviously it's not just about football. A lot of groups that everyone comes and supports on a Friday night under the lights, so we're very grateful for that. But other positives, I thought we didn't quit in the second half. Very easily we could have been in a situation where it could have got rolled and very ugly. Got a couple of defensive stops. I thought we tackled better as the game went on. I thought we set the edge better as the game went on. I mean, I saw visible progress, I felt, defensively throughout the night. Offensively, it was tough sledding a little bit. You mentioned the injury thing. Some of that was a factor. Some of it is just a lot of new pieces that we're trying to get figured out, and got a long ways to go. But I thought that overall we certainly showed moments there too. There were times where we were able to get to the pitch, and Beckett had a couple of completions in there as well. And one of the things that, we desperately need to be able to do is establish the fullback, and Republic did a really good job of taking that away tonight. And they're a great football team. I don't want to take a thing away from them. I mean, they're an excellent team. I don't think they've lost a game at the sub-varsity ranks last year at any level. So we knew that they were going to have quality players coming in, and they did. So we tip our cap to them on that. But we definitely, I think expected to perform a little bit better tonight. That's on me. But we're going to stay together. We're not going to point fingers and make excuses. We're going to be a good example of how you respond to adversity. And we're going to get better. And I believe in this football team. I think that you're going to – I mentioned this in all the previews that, I know don't mean a whole lot, but I've felt it all along. I mean, the team that people see early in the year and the team that they see late in the year will be drastically different. I really believe that. I think we're going to really show some strides of improvement, and especially early in this schedule, these teams in this competition is going to make us grow. We could have come out tonight and played someone that maybe was very much inferior to us, and we could have rolled and had all these same problems. And it not been exposed, but you play this level of competition, and everything got exposed, and now we can really grind in and get better. And so I'm excited about that.
Yeah, this is 3 years in a row. The COC schedule for Lebanon is kind of top heavy, but as you say, and you said going into this conference that playing the good competition gets you ready for meaningful football in the month of November, doesn't it?
Well, I mean, Kevin, I know you know this, but how many years did we play this caliber of competition, honestly, for the first time in the state quarterfinals? And so playing it more definitely is going to take us in a position where we're better prepared to play it. And we're going to grow and get better. That's what our mindset's got to be. I mean, I don't think that, we can ever have a mindset where we want to dodge good competition. So this is going to make us better. I mean, I'm motivated and excited. And, the key thing is that, number one, we can't be babies. We can't point fingers and make excuses. We just got to get to work, study film, be process driven, and be about what we need to do. And that's one of the beautiful parts about football is that as coaches, we get an opportunity to walk them down that road, because it doesn't take very long in our society right now to find people that don't deal with things the right way, right? So we'll tack it the right way, and our boys are going to respond the right way.
Well, and try to get to some of the walking wounded back healthy. It's going to test your depth this week, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's football, Kevin. I mean, it just really is. I think that, a lot of the guys, and I'm speculating when it comes to health, so keep that with a grain of salt, but I think most of the things are not serious. Ankle tweaks, we had some cramping. So things that the guys shouldn't be out very long. I mean, it depends. Ankles are one of those things that it could be a week, it could be two, but nothing that I think is catastrophic, that guys are going to be lost for the rest of the year. We have been working a lot of guys anyway, because on our depth chart to begin with, there's been, some position battles that, honestly are still ongoing. I know I was pretty late on providing the starters, and part of that is that it's a daily thing right now as we discover this team, and so we're trying to travel that road. So we've got other guys that have gotten reps, is what I'm trying to say. So we'll plug in. I think a couple of the guys are really talented, and we need to get them back, and I think we will in time.
Well, you could have some jobs open, Coach. So that makes Monday's game for the JV at Republic even more magnified, doesn't it?
It does, and we tell those guys, and sometimes I think they hear us, and sometimes they don't. But we watch it all, and we're looking for guys. When we watch the Monday night JV game, a varsity starter should stick out, and that's what we're looking for. We're looking for that kid that sticks out on Monday night, and obviously when they do, it tells us that, hey, this is somebody that needs to be evaluated on Friday.
Coach, we'll let you go. Thanks. We'll see you at Carthage.
Thank you.
That's Coach Will Christian joining us on the postgame show as the Jackets will take an 0-1 record on the road next Friday night to Carthage to take on the Tigers, who fell tonight to Nixon in Central Ozark Conference action, while Republic will play host to Kickapoo. Dave, good job tonight. Great to have you back in the booth, and we'll look forward to our next foray on Jacket football.
We're going to be around a lot more this year. Going to work around some Stoutland baseball. Won't make the trip to Carthage unless we get rained out in baseball, and then we'll make that trip with you, but we'll be around more, and it's always great to be in the booth with the Hall of Famer Kevin Stubblefield.
You're the Hall of Famer as well. Dave Millsap, Kevin Stubblefield, Ramsey Stewart, Brian Sweeney tonight with us, along with Super Shane and others here at Jacket Nation Sports. Hope you enjoyed our first installment of the 2026 high school football season. Didn't turn out the way we hoped, but there's 8 more games remaining starting next Friday at Carthage. Once again, our final score, Republic 35 and Lebanon nothing. Thanks for joining us, and good night from LHS.